Today is not a simple story. Last time,
to lose
the
the
group,
respect
the
of
rebels,
the fan base.
had made their path through, finding their way through a rather amusing labyrinth, but then having learned sad tales of their friends. They would scout to the side, both squads on the bend, still having a mission to do while the other one attempts to flee backwards. But today is not a simple day. Meanwhile, in the city, other individuals are moving. Their own tale being spun today. Individuals standing, a whole array, territory taken, reclaimed. They all stand over a rather concerned individual, a leader in the front, taking position. Sir, please, I'm sorry, I don't even know what I did.
Well, you didn't think you know what you did, huh? You get a load of this guy, huh, Schmitz?
Yeah, boss,
Yeah,
this guy sucks. Oh my god, I can't believe it. Doesn't even know what it means to stare at someone inappropriately.
He doesn't know that he made the mistake of crossing the dangerous daredevil, Damu.
A chorus of replies. Damu! From behind him, from any individual man.
Well, yada, buddy boy. Looks like you've entered your own personal level of hell, and I'm the devil of this hell, you see. He picked up the man's head and before slamming it back down into the pavement.
I'm sorry.
Yo, what you sorry for, huh, punk?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm sorry for.
You don't even know? You don't even know. Get out of this dumbass over here, boys.
Hey, boss.
Chump doesn't even know.
Maybe you should tell him, boss.
Maybe I should. You see, he kind of picks him up and puts an arm around his shoulder, almost being suddenly really friendly. You see, man, I wake up this morning to a nice breakfast. You know, I'm talking bacon and eggs and the whole shebang. You know, but then I boined my toast. And you know, that kind of puts me in a bad mood. Right, boys?
Yeah, boss, yeah, Jamamu!
Yeah, and then I get up and I go to the bus station, cause of course my car broke down. So I'm feeling a little peeved about that. And you know what happens? Huh?
What happens?
I'll tell you what happens. A bus comes by and splashes water all over my nice pants. He slaps his thighs. Kind of gestures to the water stains. That's.
I'm
then,
sorry about.
You know, I come here for the lads and the boys, and because we're taking over this part of town. And you know what happens next?
What?
You come along and you walk into our little slice of hell here, and you ask us. Excuse me, do you have the knife?
I don't talk like that, please.
I gotta leave a call to my family. You trying to argue with me, punk? You think I don't know how you talk?
I'm sorry. Please, just let me go. I won't come back here ever again.
Okay. You know what? I'm feeling generous, so I think I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. And while you're at it, you can probably find my dad who left me. He cracks his knee inward, sending him spiraling back down to the ground. Yeah, you really fell for that, huh? You really think that you really think I was just gonna let you go? That I, Damu of the Daredevils, was just gonna let you waltz out of here while after disrespecting me that way? Man, You walked into hell, and right now you went from the 9th to the 11th cycle of hell.
You know what? This is. He just kind of seems to mumble there.
What you trying to say, punk? Huh? What you trying to say? You trying to argue with me?
No. Whatever you need, sir. I'll
You
just.
think I don't know that there are 11 cycles of hell? You're trying to...
Cycles?
Stupid, don't you? You think I'm stupid, don't you? He starts kicking the guy into the garbage can. He picks up a copy of Beetleborgs and starts bopping him over the head with it. He's just laying into this guy.
The man on the side, Old Iron Jimmy comes up, and reaching inside his jacket, he pulls out a hammer. How about we give him the old dentist appointment?
Yeah, you know what? This guy's teeth are looking kind of funky. Looking a little too straight for my neighborhood. You know what I'm talking about. How's it bad, boys? You want me to rearrange his teeth? Oh, looks like you just went to the 12th cycle of hell.
He hands you the hammer and then begins to back up a bit. You approach, but as you do so, something strange. From in front of you, you blink only once with the hammer in your hand, and yet in that second, something happens. Almost like a breeze, a pop, and then...
Time to lose the respect.
Surely
of the
there's
fan
got to be
base.
some kind of more convenient tool to rip out somebody's teeth.
Oh, and who the fuck you think you is, huh? You gonna come into my cycle of hell? You gonna tell me how to remove somebody's teeth? You know what? You seem like an upstanding gentleman, so I'm gonna let you entertain me. What you think would be a good tool to remove somebody's teeth, huh?
I don't know, dentists use pliers. That would be a good place to start.
Pliers!
I don't know how you do it in the 13th.
Right here.
I don't know how you do it in this 13th cycle of hell.
Oh, you know what? You just gained a little bit of respect from me. Cycles properly.
Oh, good. That's exactly what I was looking to do tonight.
Oh, really? Huh? You looking for some respect? Well, you came to the right place. Hell, allow me to introduce myself to you. I am Dadamu of the dangerous daredevils, and these behind me are the Dadamu's dangerous daredevils.
Justice to us.
So, who are you, my upstanding gentlemen? How can we entertain you?
Oh, it doesn't matter who I am.
Oh.
What matters is who's going to come and stop you.
Oh, you trying to stop me? You think you can stop me?
I didn't say I...
You know, we once were part of Billy Squares, but we don't want anything to do with them chumps. Nah. We ain't no squires no more. We daredevils.
Oh, no. I didn't say anything about me trying to stop you. Kind of steps over to the side and pours himself a canister of tea. I just know a guy that I'm supposed to be meeting up with that just loves interfering with messes just like this.
I'm sorry. Where are you supposed to be meeting this guy, huh?
He might show up once you start pulling out a couple of this guy's teeth, so...
So what you're saying is, I should get started then, huh?
For all of our sake.
All right. You know what? You came to the right corner of town.
As you talk, you notice he disappears again.
What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this shit? Hey, where'd he go?
I don't know, boss. He just disappeared. Someone's... Boss, you think You think he's a stand user? Like you?
Shh. Get out of here with that shit. Ain't no stand user. He's just one of them, them ventriloquisms. Yeah. He ain't no stand user. He's just good at slipping out real smooth like a snake, you see. Anyways, that unexpected interruption got my train of thought off track. Perhaps one of you kind gentlemen in the audience over here can remind me where I was. Get me back on the station.
Rip his teeth! Rip his teeth!
Rip
his teeth!
That's what I'm talking about.
Rip his teeth!
He returns his attention back to the gentleman. Well, my friend, looks like you are in an unfortunate situation. You see that man right there? That sleuthy little snake, that voluptuous ventriloquist. He was the only one who could have saved you, you see? But now, you're at the mercy of Tadamu, the daredevil.
Oh, no!
Okay. Open up wide and don't go. I don't want to miss.
You go in, holding him down, going in with your hammer, and then your hammer in hand just slipped through his body.
What the fuck?
You kind of feel around a bit.
What the fuck is this shit, huh?
What? But boss, you're just going right through him. You kind of like looking around a bit. You just can't really grab onto anything. And then you look down at your leg, wrapped around it. Sickle and chain? Yeah, that's the weapon.
He's here.
Coming from the south, an individual steps up.
Who the fuck is this now?
An individual moves forward. In his left hand, a sickle and chain. In his right, a rather traditional-looking sword. However, slight hints of some sort of powered variant seems to be apparent on the handle. He just moves forward a bit, holding that there, looking around, inspecting the situation, not really seeing anything besides a bunch of thugs.
He lets out a sigh and just kind of stands up. Now, who are you supposed to be, huh?
He looks at you, blinks a bit, and then turns to the man, ignoring you. Hey, kid, just get out of here, okay?
No. Wait just a minute here. Hey! You really think you can just waltz in here and take him away from me like that, huh?
I'm here to do more than that.
You know, if you came like an hour and a half later, I wouldn't be upset. But you know, I'm all in the mood to remove some teeth. You feel me? You ever go to a restaurant and you want a steak? Well, that's me right now. But instead of a steak, I want some teeth. Mind you. He kind of moves over and puts his arm around the gentleman in front of him. I just want some teeth, somebody's teeth. And he holds up the hammer to his face. And right now, your teeth are looking pretty fancy. So, Mr. You Hattori Hanzo-looking ass, I'm gonna be very generous and say if you leave a molar or two, I'll let you go. But if you just put up a fight, I'ma have to show you what's what. Huh? And you don't want to mess with me. I'm what you might say, a bizarre individual.
Yeah, I got that.
So you agree with me now, huh?
Yeah.
Well, who said you could agree with me, you chump?
He kind of puts his hand on your back and just pushes you back forward in this direction with a large shove. You go stumbling back a bit and then stand up again. You see him chain disappearing. This is a stand effect, but he dismissed it.
Alright, so you must be a stand user too. You must be the gentleman that other snake came through here talking about. Huh?
Other guy?
Yeah, some Freddy Krueger looking ass dude.
His eyes go a bit wide a bit.
About your height, wearing some Tengu ass looking mask.
Yeah, he was a ventriloquist, right, boss?
Yeah, he was a voluptuous ventriloquist.
Jabo
I don't
looks
know what
around.
that word means, to be completely honest, but I'm pretty sure it fits what he was supposed to.
Sheba looks around a bit and then looks forward again. And then, if he's here, then I'm afraid I'm just gonna have to call this now. You have a weapon of choice. I'll give you about 10 seconds to bring it up.
He asking me if I got a weapon of choice. Can you believe this, chump guys?
10 seconds are up!
Well, get ready for my stand. Mothership
He looks forward, staring at the thugs assembled, they all just blinking a bit as the man, his chest cut through, falls to the ground bleeding. Waving his sword ahead, he moves forward into the crowd. Waving around his chain, he makes contact with the first individual, cutting them down. The one next to him attempts to go in for a slice, but then the weapon of his choice, just a knife, goes straight through the man. And in return, he dodges a bit, moving to the side and giving another cut to this individual. This seems to repeat. Like a dance, he moves forward, slicing through everyone one bit at a time. They attempt to crowd, attacking all at once, losing their numbers to their advantage, but it seems impossible, and they're unsure why, simply being grabbed one by one, moving forward with increased speed but excellent precision, like graceful, just a bird flying through the sky. He soars around them, cutting each individual to shreds, to pieces! Standing there, only about 35 seconds after engaging with the crowd, every man around him lies dead. He stops. And then, moving back, he raises up his sword, dodging nothing from the right. He holds up the blade. God damn it!
It's always been really disturbing to me how easily you're able to move through blood like a paintbrush. I guess that's why they call you the artist.
He rubs his head a bit. Oh my god. He reaches into his pack. He pulls out a communicator and tosses it over. It soars through the air. Moving there, flying. A single beep, a red light lit on it. Holding it in the air, Pablo catches it, flipping it around a bit, as Jaba turns to him, looking and speaking. It's been a while.
Sure has. A lot has changed.
Yeah, you look awful.
So do you.
Well, that's fair. He wipes the blood away from the blade with a cloth from his pack, sheathing it away. He steps away. As he steps away, from the pile, Pablo turns, noticing a particular pattern upon the floor where the blood was spilt.
Artist indeed.
What do you want?
It would appear as though our mutual friend has made our ideals line up once again.
Friend? I don't think we have any friends together, do we? I don't think you have any
You might
friends,
not know
actually.
her. Yeah, you're right about that. You might not know her as a friend. Maybe Master, a dog like you, keeps you on a short leash.
He just... Mary? He kind of... God damn. Alright, two things. One, I don't want to hear about being a dog from a goddamn random stray like you. You live in a sewer. Two...
Guess we're both dogs now.
I Okay, what does she want?
Whereas I'm, like a cool wolf that lives in a sewer, and you're more like a domesticated chihuahua.
Yeah, keep saying that. He steps back again. What is it? I didn't get any notice.
Well, consider this your notice. Things are moving a little bit differently
Time
now.
to lose the respect of the fan base.
She wants you to help me. She sent me after the other team. Does that mean you were after the other guys?
I was. Barely
And
made
how-
it out alive.
Did you
What?
do it, though?
The problem took care of itself.
Right. Well, I have you know I was about to fight them before I got that beep.
Well, now's your chance.
Not really. He kind of stops for a moment. I have 2 missions, and I think they're gonna line up pretty well. Now that I have you here, I think I'd like to go find the other thing first.
I could use a little warm-up. How long has it been?
5, maybe 6 years? He steps forward a bit. We're going after one of those robots. We take it down, I think they're after it too. We'll just beat them to it and we'll figure out where to go from there. Besides, they've kind of dropped off the map after being incredibly public. Oh, God.
Yeah, I caught that live stream. It was kind of weird. Bad strategy
Yeah.
for terrorists.
Yeah. He moves forward a bit. Right. You lead the way. He tosses him a GPS. I think I'd just like to watch you from behind for a little while.
Oh. Okay.
He kind of watches him passing. The last time that they were together, it did not end in best terms. Pablo, above all, is a liar. And he knows to always watch his back with him around. Despite that, as they start taking steps out, the samurai notices a peculiar shape underneath the trench coat. A sword, much like his. It brings a small smile to his face again. Guess it was like old times anyways.
Don't get any ideas, samurai.
Whatever, jackass.
Yo, that was so good! That was so damn good! Like, oh my god, you all killed it! I've never seen James go that hard!
Oh, yeah,
That was the
That was-
hardest I've
that
ever
was the
seen.
hardest.
I wasn't ready.
No one was ready!
Damu! Alright.
We weren't ready for your full power!
Oh,
Holy shit!
back to the alley. Two individuals stand. One of them, assembly of things. She kind of moves around, grabbing at her, a duffel bag she had and kind of puts it down along the side. Yeah, that's about it.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's
Yeah.
a little last notice sending it out to you, so I'm glad you could get it to me as quickly as you could.
She shrugs. Yeah. Anything else?
No. Have you just get something for David on the way back? Just something to ease the pain.
Right, gotcha. Alright. Yeah, have a good... She kind of looks around at the alley, covered in filth, boxes, construction equipment. Have a nice rest. She walks
Yeah.
away.
You too, Cher.
Do you even know, leaning back against your chair a bit, waiting there, a rather quickly constructed little safety spot, but it ended up being a bit too much trouble to go straight after the carbon interface. There was a lot of publicity around the area, and although sneaking by may have been an option, honestly, everyone was obviously damaged after the news you gave them, and, well, it was about fair to take a break, you suppose.
Should have just kept it quiet.
You you sit there for a bit, generally just in tedium, sitting around, keeping an eye out, every camera in the area destroyed. You wait, and eventually, an individual returns. She was having a conversation or something with Chuckle, but she seems to be coming back.
Almost haphazardly and sloppily swinging her arms back and forth, Rain wanders into the clearing amidst this dense concrete jungle. She looks at like the hastily constructed tent of like cardboard, takes a step forward, whistles. Ooh, this is discreet.
Well, it's better than being seen.
Absolutely. Everybody else still recovering?
Yeah. Yeah.
Moves over, hops up on one of the boxes, hops under one of the boxes, slides under one of the boxes. She like climbs up on top and like watches DVNO inside of his own garbage fort from her own. And just like, she braces her chin on one of her hands. I was actually hoping to have a moment to talk to you alone. I had a question.
Yeah?
Like,
What?
leans in a little bit, still grinning. So, while we've been running around dealing with the carbon interfaces, and David's a doll, by the way, absolutely wonderful. What exactly have you been up to?
Well, first I had to make appearances. I'm still a major corporate figurehead. If I go missing, things go noticed. Can't have that. I was also negotiating a deal, trying to get a little more wiggle room for exploring the city.
Oh. That's honestly not what I expected. Sort of tilts head to the side. Is everything going okay on your end? Like, this can't be easy for you, sheltering a bunch of, well, known terrorists. And, I'm aware that we probably make things difficult, to say the least.
You absolutely do. And it is absolutely hard for me to do this. I am now working on, 2 hours of sleep every day?
Ooh, that's bad. Double check something in her memory. Yeah, no, it's something that I've noticed around the Love Shack, but you tend to, only 2 creatures in that entire place stay up all night. One of them's me, the other is you. Everyone else goes to sleep at some point, but regardless of the hour, you always seem to be doing something. I'd almost call you an android if that wasn't a topic at this point. Kind of smiles.
I have to be. I can't afford to sleep. I have to compete with a supercomputer.
That is unfortunate. I didn't honestly think about that. Rain kind of like folds her legs and like looks up over the alleyways and into like the gloom where you can never really see the sky. When I started off, oh man, okay, this is stops. When I started all of this, this is something that you can never tell anyone, by the way, hops up on one of the boxes. They'd think I was a monster or an egomaniac, but weirdly enough, I feel like you might be able to appreciate it. Moves over a box. When I started this whole mess, my goal was to... I wanted to see exactly how good and how capable my supercomputer was. What I could accomplish given the resources. You know that thing where somebody starts with a paperclip and by the end they own a mansion? Yeah, that was my goal, except I wanted to test if the limits of my supercomputer could tackle a mega corporation with no more than $30 in my bank account. Leans in and grins at DV&O even more. It's been a ride getting to this point, but I always expected to be going face to face with a human, something that's pliable and crushable through just sheer determination. I didn't expect to be going face to face with another android, and honestly, that makes a lot of sense. A lot of frustrating sense. Leans back on the box. You, DVNO, you're doing what I expected to be doing, but in the reverse. You're trying to wrest away a mega corporation from someone with the ability to calculate exactly every single route that you could possibly take at any given time.
Yeah, I've been working on that, though. It's not easy, but I've found a couple plans that I think she won't be able to see coming.
That's fantastic. I've been trying to drill it in for Johan, but the only way to beat someone like Mary is to discover something that even a computer couldn't think of.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I'm operating on. It gets harder every day, and
How do you deal with it? And I'm talking genuinely, like, she like, the smile fades for half a second. It shouldn't be possible. I'm fundamentally curious.
Well, I pass it on. The pain, the sorrow. I have to. I can't afford to lose anymore. And it helps to be able to really abandon all sensation. It gives me time to think. I'll pass it on to someone else and keep going.
Rain stops and thinks for a second. So, that's how you're dealing with this whole Young's death thing so well, then?
Young's death is unfortunate. I'm more concerned with the one who's still alive, and is on the way back, but there's more going on with that I didn't feel was, after the reaction I saw, a good thing to reveal right this second.
Could you, I won't push you on that, but I am curious about it.
Well, since you reacted so well to Yang, Roy was captured.
Oh.
It's just Presley and DVNO on the way, and David. It's just Presley and David on the way back. And David took machine gun fire to the gut, near point blank range, and it's still going. So I'm a little concerned. He's kind of the closest I have to a dad.
I'm really sorry. Look, I am the last one who should... I'm the last one who's capable of telling you what are and aren't healthy coping mechanisms. I'm a mess myself. She grins, but in this case, weirdly enough, I was going to ask you for a favor. Call it my own morbid curiosity, but if you're going to be shoving off these emotions anyway, I would be curious if I could take them instead. I don't think jealousy is certainly the right word. Stops herself. I'm honestly jealous of the people around me that can be affected by something like this. The fact that they can slow down for a second. I know that's a profoundly privileged thing to say, but at the same time, stops. If your pit bull terrier is capable of communicating feelings of loss, I would be interested in at least experiencing them. If I could understand them, that would add to my understanding of the group as a whole. Or if I don't, at least I'd have confirmation like, oh, hey, you're an android, you know? You don't think like them. So, I know this is asking a lot, but if you're willing, I'd love to experience this.
You know, I don't mean to imply that there's a difference between us, but I feel a lot more than I let on, and it might be easier to transfer someone else's pain into you, just so that you don't. Your first kick of it isn't a lot.
Rain was actually about to open her mouth and be like, "Oh no, it's probably fine," but she sees actually for the first time on Deviano's face actual like anguish buried deep. And for a second she thinks all of her processors fire at once, and they all say maybe she actually isn't ready for that. Can you? Okay. I'll take you at your word then. She stops. Okay. I've been meaning to say this for a while, and this has always frustrated me. So I'm going to get it out of the way and say it now, so I don't need to say it again. Deviano, when we first met, we had a connection because we were aimed at the same person. Whether you realized it or not, Mary was our goal, and I felt like there was a point of safety in my life, a guarantee in my programming that my mission would succeed no matter what, because somebody else that was out there and someone else was trying. It was the first time I'd felt safe in a long time, so that was really something. And I've been meaning to ask, and I wanted to do it without anyone else here. Her face suddenly gets serious for a moment. What are your plans for us? Genuinely.
Do you want the watered down answer, or do you want the real thing?
Give me the real thing. Now that I think I could handle.
I don't have any anymore. My original goal was to find allies, and I did. And then I spent so long trying to target you, and I find that you're not very good at following orders. And I need soldiers, not friends.
Rain nods at that. Okay, thank you for being honest about that. So going forward, of course this stays between us, but would this arrangement we have last?
It's possible, but I'm hemorrhaging resources to spend as much time as I am with you, investing in you, and trying to get something in return. And there have been positive yields in corporate terms, but I'm still hemorrhaging money. I'm still hemorrhaging time. I have to make appearances in the day and then work with you in the night. Every night. I can't keep it up.
And if things got bad enough for you, which part would go? Us or the rest of it?
If I lose the rest of it, I genuinely cannot win. So it's going to have to be you.
Rain lets out a huge sigh, as if a bunch of tension leaves her body. Thank goodness. Oh, I was worried there for a second. I understand that we are putting an immense burden on you pretty much consistently. And that's due to who we are, how we act, and what we do. If you were willing to give everything up for us, it would be the unfortunate truth that we did not deserve you. And what I said earlier, for the first time I felt safe, like somebody else was gunning for Mary no matter what. Even if we fall, the idea that you're still out there doing your damnedest to take her down, that's strangely enough for me. I don't I'm not a person who thinks that justice blindly exists out there in the world. It's something I've been looking for a while, but I've never found. But during this moment, and through your actions in general, DVNO, I can say that certainly your actions are those of justice. She smiles at you. So, you do what you need to do for you, first and foremost. You aren't beholden to us. You said you didn't need friends, you needed soldiers, and I'd like to think that we're your friends, and we understand when your life gets in the way. I understand that this is on a far, far bigger scale than that sentence is normally said, but she stands up and spins around in place. If this ever gets too much for you, we'll understand. You're not... Putting yourself first isn't betraying anyone. I'd like to think we get you, even if we can't, she remembers DVNO's pained expression, directly empathize with everything. And she stops and kind of, okay, yeah, one more thing. She looks frustrated. I'm a person who hates it when things... I'm a person who hates when things get too stacked up. I hate dozens and dozens of connections. I hate organizations. I hate big things, and I hate things that function. That extends to this megacorp we're trying to take down, certainly. But DVNO, I worry about you. More than anyone else. It feels like this barbed world is trying to turn you into something else. Rain looks down. I don't know how to put this or how to properly express it, but you've done great to last this long. Genuinely. It's not bad to feel weak sometimes, but you've certainly powered through it in your own means. Okay, how do I put
DVNO
this?
just walks up and hugs you.
Rain starts to genuinely shake a bit in his arms.
He backs up at that, and there's just like an actual like hint of a real smile on his face for the first time in a while. And it just, it means a lot to hear that. It means a lot to hear all of that, and yeah.
DVNO, you're strong. You're strong in a way that we can't exactly understand. Not even I can understand Poke's side of Robotic Head. You've carried on through your weaknesses, and even if you get tired, regardless of what steps you have to take, it's fine. You're fine. It seems like everybody wants you to be the villain. I can't offer anything other than she kind of smiles. I wish I could cry right now, but don't let this world beat you. She hugs you back.
There's a bit of a stumbling sound, the sound of someone approaching through the alleyway back. Someone finishing up a patrol by the sounds of it.
Oh, hey. You two.
Rain is still hugging DVNO as you walk in. Why are you umming?
What's going on over here? What did I miss?
We're having an incredibly tender moment, actually. Rain matter of factly states.
Juan raises an eyebrow to DVNO and then at you, like, seriously?
Seriously? Like, Rain looks at him like, genuinely, what?
Johan kind of just throws up his hands and turns around like, God damn it, I miss all of the emotional shit.
Johan, it's not too late. Rain lets go of DVNO and hops up on the box.
So, what's been going on over here?
we've been talking about how heavy life can be sometimes, like kind of winks at DV, off to the side.
I can understand that.
Yeah, it's I while I'm talking to you, I just I'm sorry.
Sorry.
A lot of things happening recently. I'm sorry.
For what? What are you apologizing for?
I know it's not my fault what happened, but I'm the one who sent you in, and I'm the one who, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for...
Stop. You can't take this on yourself. None of this is your fault. No matter how well you plan this out, you can't account for everything. I don't blame you for this. I don't blame you for anything. It's just... Johan kind of... His hand shakes a bit, but he steadies it with his free hand. Just... Some things just happen.
Yeah, they certainly do.
Look, when I lost Joan, I went to a very dark place in my life, and I kind of threw myself headfirst into the only thing I had left, my job. And then out of nowhere, I met you. He points at Clarice, Rain. I met Clarice. I met Rain. I met Yang and Chuckle and Roy and Presley, and I found a reason worth living for again. I look at you and I see someone who's in the same place I was in. You're fighting against something much larger than yourself, and as a friend, colleague, whatever the hell we are, I worry that what you'll become is the very thing that you're fighting. And I understand that what you're doing right now and whatever you do from here on forward will be to accomplish what you need to do. And I won't fault you for that. But whatever you do from here on forward, whatever you choose to do and whoever you choose to be, please be careful that you don't become the thing that you set out to destroy. Otherwise, we'll have to come after you.
Oh, that'll be the day.
I wouldn't want to fight you either, but something about the past few days has made me realize that sometimes you have to do what you need to do.
Certainly do. Speaking of which, we have a job to do. Where's the other one?
Chuckle and I had a talk. Rain looks sort of like shiftily off to the side. It didn't end well. He's going to join up with us.
How's he holding up?
Chuckle deals with things in his own way. I guess I deal with them in mine. She takes a look at the two of Divino and Johan, and like sees a sort of like a new light, definitely tempered in both of their eyes. I think I'm going to have to start taking you both a little more seriously. She stands up. I'm starting to see the shape of both of your resolves. It's not bad, but careful you don't hurt yourself with that.
You didn't take me seriously before? I am the CIO of a major company. I am always in Shadow Wars. I should be taken seriously at all times.
Rain lets out a very genuine chuckle and like punches Divino on the shoulder lightly.
When the hell did you stop taking us seriously?
I'd say it's a new way. I think I'm starting to acknowledge that you have something that I don't.
What's that?
That light grins at you and just like, sort of just like mischievous smile. Oh boy.
Are you okay though?
More okay than I want to be, honestly.
You took the news really well, if I'm being blunt. I know that things might operate differently for you, but I didn't expect it to be so casual.
Yeah, that was an issue. I have a favor to ask you, but that'll come down the line. Let's put a pin in that for now. She looks at Deviano and Johan again. Thinking on what Johan was saying, I think even for my own sake, I want to know at the end of this that you can do battle with monsters without becoming one. So, for all of our sakes, hand on both of their shoulders. I hope we come out of this ourselves.
Yeah, same here, right?
Okay. We got a mission to get to, right?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, can you give me a few minutes before we head out? Johan runs his hand across his beard. I think I need to freshen up.
Of course. Mouth shaving the beard to
Oh, Rain, if you need to talk, you know where to find me, alright?
I will take you up on that, actually. I recently found out that also a way that I can be a better friend is also by being a better soldier. Similarly, sly sideways glance to Deviano.
Look, whatever we are, Deviano, for now you can count on us. I don't know what the future holds anymore, but for now I'm with you. Alright, well, if we're done here, I think I'm gonna go get ready. Johan makes his exit.
Oh, that scene was so good! What the fuck?
I think it's changed every scene now, I guess.
Oh, Jesus Christ! That was so good!
Why is everything so heavy?
Oh, God, holy shit.
Somebody in the chat, wait, Young's dead?
Oh,
Nice.
sorry, buddy.
Oh my God, that scene was, beautiful. Both of you. Oh my God, tearing up, actually. Oh, shit. Okay,
Don't move.
fantastic.
All right.
Don't move the camera, Burn. I got this.
Okay, Christian, just tell me which overlay, because I screwed it up last time.
You did do the samurai.
Woo! All right, thank you.
All right. Taking steps down the street, once more the samurai move. Are you on them?
Which map is it?
I sure am.
It's the no zone map.
I sure am.
Just give it a hop over there.
Oh, no.
I sure don't know where I'm going.
I'm
to the fan
gonna
base.
ping you again, Brennan, so you can join us.
Here I am.
Alrighty.
Never fear, for I am here.
I'm gonna be AFK for a sec. Just
No problem. Okay. Jaba kind of walks, sophisticated, with careful strides, across the street, moving
Pablo
forward.
less so.
Jaba has been rather quiet for a bit, and it's honestly started to grate on you a bit, Pablo.
So, how have things been for you? I'm sure you're aware of how things have been for me.
He kind of stops a bit. Oh, you have my condolences. I apologize. I wish I could have done something.
Don't we all?
I've been working as a barista.
Oh man, the head of the school has gone on
Time to
become
lose
a
the
barista.
respect of the fan base.
Glad to see that degree is going to good work.
Well, there's no school anymore, so he kind of keeps stepping forward. I wish I could have had some help managing it.
Well, we all lose things then.
Yeah, I'm sorry. These years have been kind of rough, okay? I don't think I even need to tell you that.
Do cars usually stack up like this?
I don't think so. He kind of goes over and inspects them. They're stuck together?
You have any information on this standroid you're after?
Well, he kind of points behind him. The one we were looking for was kind of that way, but it wasn't in the tower. Basically, he kind of speaks up again, making slow steps. We're looking for, like, the 15th one? It checks. Yeah, they called it high fidelity. It's kind of like a parasite, I guess. Sticks onto shit and makes stands better. And he kind of scratches his head a bit. Yeah, this one seems to be roaming around. It's looking for its, I guess, compatriots? Family? I don't know.
Parasite. So
Yeah.
2 old dogs hunting some fleas.
Yeah, I guess so. Certainly not too glamorous.
Hasn't been for a while.
He continues stopping again, seeing more cars. Okay, I think these are, I think our friends came through here. You know?
Friends.
The other guys, the targets, once we're done with this.
Those friends.
Yeah.
I will warn you. This group is more than you'd expect.
Really? He kind of stops a bit. What do you know about them? I met them too, and they seemed like seemed like a bunch of goofballs, honestly. I was kind of surprised they were terrorists, but, well, sometimes people just get in Mary's way. Kind of scratches the back of his head a bit.
Don't let that goofy exterior fool you. They're extremely competent when they're supposed to be.
Gotcha.
Some of us never really had that luxury.
Are you still... No, never mind. He continues moving forward, and then he, kind of puts his hand up a bit. Hang on. He stops a bit, and then kind of ducks to the side a bit. Pablo, you kind of see what he's looking at, too, and duck down. You both approach, slowly, moving towards the road. All right, get that shit on the truck!
No!
The 2 samurai stop for a moment.
God, this theme.
He stops. Okay, no, bring it up. No, put it down. They put it down, and then they start trying to rotate it a little bit. All right, bring it towards me. Get it through. Nope. He backs away from them approaching. They kind of stand up again, putting it down. Yeah, that's great. Anyways, He stops a bit, staring straight through, looking at the 2 rather grizzled-looking, ugly men standing on the other side. Hey, fellas, how you doing?
Pablo tips his hat.
Jaba kind of nods his head a bit. Just doing a little construction work, friends. Getting it on, going. He moves forward. What do you got in the box? Nothing. You need a hand? Okay, Yeah, come on, give us a hand, friends.
Me and my friend here are very helpful.
He kind of sweats a bit. Yeah. Jaba kind of goes up a bit and moves up. Here, I'll get you out there too. And with a swift motion, he moves the hilt of his sword out, stabbing the sword into it, and with a crack like just a crowbar, the box flies open. Pablo, Jaba, both inside, see a large array of guns just hidden inside. Oh, some interesting construction work you got here. What are you, a cop?
Son of a bitch.
Stops. No. I mean...
He's a barista now.
Oh, fuck you. Right, whatever. He puts the box back on. I promised I'd help, so I'll help you out. The man blinks. Okay. The two men with Jaba. Come on, Pablo. Give him a hand.
A hand? Am I picking up what you're putting down right now? It's been a while.
No, you're not. We're gonna help them put it in the truck, goddammit.
Oh. He puts his hand
I
away.
want you to kill someone. I want you to kill someone. I'll just say kill them.
Oh, yeah. You're never one to sneak around in the shadows. All right. He picks up the box.
The man picks up two, and with a heave, all of them very easily now just load the crate onto the truck. And then they all kind of wipe their hands a bit. Whew! Oh, man! Thanks for the help, friendo! He kind of looks at Paul as he passes them. Blank confusion on his face. Both of them kind of look a little, thanks for the good Samaritan actions, for friendos.
Or just a couple of good guys helping some other good guys, I think.
Yeah,
That's
some good
how the old saying
Samaritans.
goes.
Yeah. When one finds travelers on the road of similar occupation, it's only fair to stop and talk to them. Yeah, that's... Hey, wait a minute. He kind of moves up a bit. You're... Diano, right? Yeah, that's me. Yeah. I'm kind of looking for something. Mind giving me a hand? Favor for favor? He says this. In his hand, the sword is still unsheathed. Diano looks down, and then up again. And... Yeah, sure, what do you need to know? I've heard you and your employer used to be friends with, one Roy Wildstar. Oh yeah, Roy, I know Roy, what do you need to know? Well, we know... He's in custody right now. And... oh, really?
You're starting to talk like a cop again.
Oh my god. Listen, I just want to know where the other guys might be. Or do you know anything about where I can find some of... He kind of pulls out a map a bit. Diano looks down, thinking for a second. He looks at the sword, looks at the bloodthirsty man with his smiling mask and his claws, and he makes his decision in about 2 seconds. Oh yeah, sure, here, I can help you out. He kind of leans over and then starts pointing at the map. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you're looking for this spot. Excellent. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Christ.
He steps back, gives a thumbs up. Thanks for the help in the box, buddy. Uh-huh. Alright, Pablo, looks like our job just got a little easier.
Favors for favors.
Yep. Have a nice day, sir. Stop by a coffee shop sometime. Maybe I'll be working.
I hear he makes a great venti latte.
The two samurai, once more, depart upon their journey, leaving the rather confused man pleased that his life has remained intact today.
Excuse me?
I'm gonna fight him.
No, don't worry. It's not that kind of dog.
Oh,
Is it
no,
cool?
I'm not referring to that.
That too, but
Is it time for Ghost Dog, the TTRPG experience?
No.
Damn it! It's never time for Ghost Dog.
never. Nope.
Oh crap!
Double up. Sorry, Brennan. You don't get a break now.
No breaks for Brennan on his birthday.
Nope. Anyways, a doctor leans over, trying to patch up the multiple wounds. She sprays a strange substance over a wound, an incredibly painful sting running through David's body. It hardens in contact with the blood, and then kind of forms a little patch there. And with that, she leans back a bit, inspects him again. Are you feeling any more pain? Internally? Bleeding in any other location? Hey! She snaps her finger a bit. Are you there?
Again, you're on mute if you didn't know.
Oh, I thought he was making a moment.
Oh no, that's good though. I'll go with that.
No. No, sorry.
Okay. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
The car moving, she just kind of rolls back on the chair, pulls up a clipboard, and just starts writing silently. Absolutely just stony the entire process through. David, you lay back. The cushions kind of absorbing your weight. You feel comfortable, and it's a little unnerving. You always seem that feeling discomfort to, you kind of get up a bit. The comfort not really suiting you. Whenever you're on the verge of death and you feel comfortable, that's usually a bad sign, at least in your experience. You try to move a bit, and at least sitting up, you feel a bit more pain, but also kind of okay.
Presley is staring at a wall. It's my fault. If I was more like them, then I could have acted. I should have died, not them. I'm useless.
No.
How am I going to tell Johan? Or Chuckle? Rain's the same as them. She's the same as her. She's probably fine. I have to fix it.
Stop. I'm not, normally, I'd have more to say. David looks, like, actively flustered. His skin, like, his face is sweatier than usual. His eyes are shifting a bit more. But he's trying. This is more painful for him than the pain to try and push through. You can't blame yourself. It's not your fault. They knew what they were doing, and we all know what we're doing.
Presley's actually taken a bit aback. Not that this is an angsty teenage moment, but she feels the weight of David's situation.
He's having trouble talking. He won't look up. His hands are ringing. He keeps reaching up and taking his glasses off, rubbing his eyes, and then shifting them back on. Look. There's not a way to make it feel better. But blaming yourself isn't going to do you any good. Things happen. Sometimes that's all they
Don't
do.
need to. Things have never happened to me before. Why now?
You're young, and you're not aware of. And I mean this. Don't take offense. You made decisions, ethical decisions, things many people nowadays wouldn't do. And that put you apart. And that's why you're gonna have to deal with things you don't want to. You had an opportunity at one point to walk away, and He puts his head into his hands. I wish I had that when I was your age. But
Her brow kind of furrows. She's kind of upset with David for a moment. She's like, when was my opportunity to walk away? I feel like everybody else has been on this track. Everybody else has had this great destiny from their terrible backstories and everything that's gone on in their lives, but nothing bad has ever happened to me. I'm not supposed to be like you guys.
This isn't a great destiny.
Everybody in my family is just a cog in the machine. We work and we live and we stay happy. And somehow I got thrown out of the machine and into the grinder. It's not fair.
Nothing ever is. It'll never be fair. And that's the only truth that I know. But you chose to stand against something vile. You had the opportunity when she was at your apartment, and instead of just accepting it, the darkness in this world, you chose to stand for something bigger, something grander, and something better. People in this world don't like that. It may have felt like the right thing to do then, but if you wanted a normal life, it was the wrong one. And I don't say that to make you regret it. I say that because, and I know it doesn't mean much because we don't know each other, but that is one of the few things that I've ever seen anyone do, even in finding out afterwards, that I've been dumbfounded by. Because it's something grand. You did something good. It just set you up for something hard coming along the way.
I'm starting to wish that I didn't. I'm starting to wish that I just kept that stupid internship with the Breakbot Squad. That I never met you guys, any of you. I was less happy, but then I'd be less sad now.
Human life is... it's like a candle. You can burn on for a long time and never really feel much of anything, small flame. Or you can commit to feeling the rush of your emotions fully. The happiest moments, the saddest ones are going to come too, but really commit. And chances are good you won't last as long, but you'll live a life that'll be more genuine.
Not at this rate, I guess.
It doesn't mean much, but I'm proud of you. Even if you don't see why. You handled yourself better than I could have expected. And,
Yeah, you did great!
what?
A voice ringing from behind the door to the front of the car.
I'm sorry, I was just kind of listening in. I'm glad you're doing okay, David.
Yeah, thanks, Bono.
We're out of town, by the way, if you want to open the windows. It's pretty dark in there.
Yeah, fresh air could be good.
David, you pop the window open, and Presley, you kind of look too. Out the window is a field of green. Forests, the sun shining through clouds, the outer approved forest area of the city. Seeable up until a certain distance when it just fades entirely, but in this middle distance, you find yourself just staring, both of you. It is a sight very different from all of the toil you've gone through inside of the city. Though, David, there's other things that this memory brings. Regardless, Presley, you look out. The world is... well, you don't know what to think. As you all sit there, the day continues passing by. The countryside greeting you with, at least in this moment of sorrow, a small bit of silence.
God damn it.
Yay. Ooh. And let me just... Here we go. Hey, Brennan, can you go to warehouse interior?
Oh, I see so much.
Yes, you do. Ignore most of it. Most of it does not matter. I shoved all of the assets in the corner. Anyways, bam. A door cracking open. The individuals finally completing their journey. At least, they hope so. Stepping inside, looking around. It's dark, but they can see most of everything. So, this was, Hey, remember that moon? That whole thing with the moon and the eclipse?
Yeah.
Apparently that was... yeah, apparently that was here. He kind of looks around. One of those androids. They came in to fight it, and one of them activated some stand effect that blotted out the sun. But the one thing that was kind of interesting from what Diana said was that he has people moving around in all these spots trying to get some scrap. Though he had sent some people back here before, and nothing. No one ever came back. He kind of pulls out his sword a bit. Kind of feel like maybe someone else took the occupancy while the previous resident left.
Well, are you a cop or are you a barista?
Listen, he turns around, staring at you. I don't want to... How about I just a cop today and barista later, okay? Just quit with the sass.
You should know me better than that.
He looks ahead, and seeing around, alright, well, they start moving forward. If there's someone here, then I guess we should just be good, guests and introduce ourselves, right, Pablo?
Yep. Let's say hello.
He moves forward, knocking over some tape and an assembled door, and both of them burst on through to the other side. And nothing here. I heard this thing's kind of small, so be careful. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. He moves forward a bit, taking steps, and suddenly from behind, the door cracks open just another step, and Jaba bursts backwards with a sword, running in for a combat stance, but then, when he sees who's running through the door, it's not who he was expecting.
Well, how you doing, you Shimada shit? Bet you didn't think you'd be seeing old Damu again, didn't ya?
Pablo, just stay back, okay? He takes a step forward.
You're gonna what?
He stops. His eyes go wide a bit. Hey, get down! Get down! He starts yelling as he begins, trying to move closer to Dadamu.
What?
Dadamu, you start moving forward, and from behind, something comes out, a small device. You feel your head locked, completely stopped down, and something's attacking you. Pablo, it's the CI! Come on! he moves forward and tries to move in for a hit, but then something occurs. A blast of energy, an explosion of some strange power. He's knocked back, and Pablo, you are too. Both of you getting sent backwards into the horizon, getting Jaba impacting a wall. Pablo, you getting knocked backwards to the other wall. Both of you kind of stand up again. You notice, as the CI starts incorporating inside of the body, it shifts, changes. The features grow sharper, the body grows stronger, the mind itself seems to shift a bit. The individual starts laughing, more bellicose and grandiose than it was before.
Fools.
A stand emerges outwards, circling
The
around
very
him.
last of me, haven't you? But I, Damu, am here to put you wrongrels in your proper place. My stand mothership connection has been renovated. Yes, I believe that is the proper term I'm looking for. This is mothership reconnection.
Jaba kind of stands there. Okay, Pablo, change of plans. All right, let's go.
I'm having fun.
Oh,
fucking
oh my
hilarious,
god, you're
man.
killing it.
And I don't know what this guy does stat-wise, so you guys make a roll for him.
Looks like you haven't lost a step.
You either. All right, Jaba will summon out his stand, and with a swift movement, he will attach it to Pablo. Let's just take a look at what this thing does.
Fair bump.
All right, what do you want to do?
Do I get... Am I the good guy? Do I get secret actions?
Yes, you do.
Alright, I'm gonna take a secret action.
Alrighty. I think I'll leave a secret action as well for my turn. And after that, it'll be theirs.
Okay, you watch.
I, Tadamu, will wipe these mongrels away from my unholy
No,
presence.
no, you've done
Takes-
enough. Get out of my head. Get,
takes
no,
two
I'm
steps
taking,
forward.
no. Suddenly Dadamu doubles over in crippling pain.
What is this?
Yeah, real sorry about this. Yeah, I got control. Oh man, this is weird. I got hands, I got fingers. Oh, I got a body now. Ooh, this is strange. I start to poke and prod at my face.
You mongrel! Leave my face alone!
Oh yeah, shut up. I can talk out of this side of the mouth. He smacks himself in the face. Right now, you're facing, oh god, what's a good name? I got one. Jermaine! He points at the two of them.
Jermaine, listen here, you insignificant speck. This is my body, and you will listen to me as I...
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm real sorry about that. Can't hear you. I'm too busy using our awesome stand. Oh man, what's this thing do? What do you do, little guy? Jermaine picks up and starts shaking it.
Pablo,
At least you are proper enough to know that our stand is worthy of recognition. You have my respect in that regard.
Of course I know our stand is worthy of recognition. I'm you, except, or more, you're me. Or you're supposed to be me, or I'm supposed to be you. I'm all the bits you shoved to the side so you can look all big and impressive.
I have a
Wait.
question.
Yeah.
Is he talking to himself right now, or are these both voices coming out of his mouth?
These
These
are
are
both coming out of his mouth.
Wait,
Jaba
wait.
turns. What the fuck is going on?
wait,
This is the
Yeah.
strangest thing I've seen in JC.
Yeah.
You mean my imaginary friend Jermaine? You've come back from the cold reaches of my childhood.
Listen.
In my time of greatest need.
Listen, Dadamu. You are a tough man. You united so many people. You never thought you'd come this far. But sometimes you need someone to take out your dirty laundry. Now, someone as grandiose as yourself, you can't do that no more, right?
What is this, some kind of hype man?
Something like that.
And the bullies aren't around anymore, so you need your friend Jermaine to take care of business.
Yes, I see that now. Thank you, Jermaine. I entrust this glorious task unto you. For now. But don't get reckless with my body, mongrel.
Yeah, you keep that up. Have a good sleep. If things get bad, we can wake up our other friend.
Yes. I shall take my leave for now. Have a good thrashing for me, my good man. Closes his eyes, and you can kind of see the visage has changed from the calm composure to something a bit more. Well, I'll let Jermaine take it away.
Yeah, no, his mouth slacks open, his tongue lolling out, eyes wild. Okay, punks, who's messing with Jermaine? I know the deal already. I just gotta figure out how to use this clever new ability. Oh, I got it. He looks around, he sees one of the boxes. Oh, you guys are in for it now. Jermaine leaps through the air, striking a beautiful pose and slamming down on this box. He burrows through it and sends a wave of seed across the ground. You see, this looks like it was a storage place for all the grass and other fertilizer that they were keeping around. Now, I wonder what other nasty plants they were keeping in this box. How about we find out, UFO reconnection? He smacks his hands together and slams the ground, sending a wave of what appears to be, I don't know, just, it's grotesque looking at it. It feels like you're looking at the very laws of nature being perverted, and suddenly, these plants, these seeds begin to warp, twist, and burst out. Almost as if you, I guess I should probably roll for this first. Hold on. Jermaine is getting slightly ahead of himself, I realize. Because I am going to make an attack using my brand new Stan's learning skill against you. Or that is at least my attempt.
Oh, I see.
Is that acceptable to both of you?
Yes, I think that would be fair.
As the new GM, Jermaine appreciates your cooperation.
Oh, God damn it.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
gonna drop these things because I think you need them, but fair. Put them where you want.
Thank you. Fantastic. Yeah, no,
I'll probably need to give you control, but what? Keep doing that.
It's fine. It's fine. Suddenly, yeah, a bunch of plants spring out of the ground. One of them immediately underneath you, son. I'm gonna roll contested versus you. How are you gonna get out of the way? Suddenly, a plant is bursting out at your feet.
So, the plants burst out. Now, for some reason, well, actually, from that, you notice that, bursting out from his feet.
Yeah, around the ground. Directly underneath him.
Gotcha. Right. He's going to, in this way, jump off of the ground, and then he kind of forms this weird position where he is holding himself on his hands, and then staring at you with a grim expression on his face. And you notice, all of the plants seem to sprout up and simply phase right through him. His expression does not deteriorate in its severity. Pablo just kind of, what are you gonna do, Pablo?
Oh, I think we need to get a closer look now, don't we, Sanjayba?
Probably so. Now, as a thing, he used his stand, and his stand ability, I guess I will reveal it to you since I'm a player, and you're the GM.
Yes.
His stand ability is, when he throws his weapon of choice, a stand, which takes the form of a kusarigami, which is a sickle and chain, when it connects to someone's body, it will then basically make one-on-one mode with them, and only they can interact with each other.
Interesting. Yeah, Jermaine obviously has no idea how this power works.
Of course.
Let's just, did you have this active before you came into the room, pretty much?
Yeah, in our turn, we tethered on his turn,
Fantastic.
yes.
Okay, so yeah, no, suddenly you watch as this plant bursts out from underneath you, and just like, you're pretty sure what was thrown out was like grass seed, like at worst it was like grain seed, but it's strange. This plant almost seems like ancient or like primeval in nature. This old thorn bush bursting up like as if to pierce you. But no, the attack passes straight through. Jermaine clicks his tongue. You got yourself a pretty neat stand power there, don't you, kiddo?
Yeah.
That's fine. Jermaine can tolerate this. Do your worst.
Jaba kind of flips back on his feet next to Pablo. All right, we going?
Let's move.
All right. Jaba moves up first, running straight down the line. Moving. Let me see. Actually, bam. I'll select this and then see. Okay. Yeah, he'll make it up to you without his chain breaking. And with that, his secret action activates. He, with a whip of the chain, reveals a small portion of it was folded up in his coat. With that, he makes an extra, basically motion with it, pulling it forward and whipping it around the box. It seems like he's going to go in to attack you with it, but that does not seem to be the case. Instead, he reaches around, and it instead impacts your stand, attempting to wrap around and hit it from surprise, directly engaging against its durability.
Oh, how dare you go after my Roomba!
It's a UFO, Jermaine. Please don't address it as such.
In the
I don't
process,
know. It looks like Aruba to me.
Oh, hold on! No, hold on! You can't come out yet! We've got this situation under Oh no, he's infecting me too!
Be strong, Jermaine! Be strong for Mother!
Java, in order to do this, however, he needs to break off the connection with Pablo.
Ooh.
But by doing this, the chain is still laying over there, so he's basically just trying to wrap it up with a chain.
And how about you inform Jermaine of exactly what the triggering condition of that secret action was?
Me running in and hitting you.
I am going to smite you for that weak shit.
Alright.
Get him, Jermaine.
So that's I'm rolling.
This is the fucking best.
Alright, that's just, oh hey, I actually did a lot better than I expected.
Oh my god, yeah, no, like, literally, you get up in his face, and like, yeah, no, for this secret action, obviously it's gonna be 1d6, Jermaine, still fully underestimating you, is going to try to swing in with a hammer that he's been concealing up till now. Oh, dang it!
Java dodges down from the hammer strike, moving up and knocking the hilt of his blade into your wrist. And then, using that to knock you back a bit, will wrap around with the chain, pulling the UFO down to the ground.
Dang
That
it.
was his secret action. He is then going to twist his arm again and attempt to slice you.
Okay.
Now that this is a one-on-one duel, however, he can activate his trait, which is Duelist.
Ooh.
Which will give him an extra +2 to this roll, which means 1d6 + 7.
Okay. As you swing in, the way that he's going to resist this slice against his person, you notice buried amongst his coat are various seeds, and he puts his hands against them and just explodes in a giant just of brambles. So he's going to roll his stands. Learning. Jermaine's learning. I seem to be blowing absolutely all of my rolls here.
You're doing great.
Okay, yeah, he successfully pulls off this swift motion, moving with grace and slicing through you. You bleed again, basically mimicking the opposite side of the chest he sliced before when he first encountered you in the junkyard.
Dadamu, I hate to inform you, but Jermaine is hated by all dice and games of chance.
I can feel that, Jermaine! I entrust my body to you for 3 seconds and already we've been cut!
It's okay, guys, because if Jermaine's the scissors, I'm the hammer.
Damn it, Brett! You're not ready to come out yet!
Alright,
No, Jermaine, let's...
Damn it, he's infecting me as well!
Jermaine, let's hear him out.
Well, I have an idea.
Brett, what is your brilliant idea?
Well, I'm gonna use that there Roomba, and
Oh!
Hang on, it's Pablo's turn.
All right, well, it looks like I'm free to do what I want, so I'm going to disappear and take a secret action.
God damn it, he did it again!
Do you know how to get to the GM layer, Brennan?
Teach me how to get to the GM realm.
On the left, you see the top cursor. There's the box under it. You can select between the map, object, or GM info overlay. Select the overlay and you can move them around. So now you can be invisible.
Oh.
Can I say how psyched I am that we're doing Everyone is John the Boss?
Yes. Yeah, I know. I'm really happy about that.
Also, Brett and Jermaine was Gannon's idea, and I am so happy.
Okay, now it's your turn.
oh, was it me? Were you gonna let me do my thing?
Yes, you might as well.
Does his voice keep doing this?
I
All
can't
right.
imagine our situation getting any worse if it's any consolation.
It could be better.
Brett sticks his hands directly in the path of the frisbee, and then
Twitches.
and then there's suddenly his hands turn into claws instead, because they're now claws, and then he's going to swing his claws at Sonjeba.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't actually think of using the power on us. That is smart. I am going to steal that.
Yes, bravo, Brett. You've done me quite proud.
Christian, is there any bonus that I can have for claws?
Yeah, that seems about right. Hey, Roy. Royce. Burn. You
Yes.
know, what's your vampire attacks? What's that like?
2d6 plus strength.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Our strength's three.
It's real strong.
All right. Well,
Ooh, wait, no, we also get our trait bonus. We all like this idea, so we get a plus 3.
3 and 1.
So,
Oh my God.
2d6 plus 3 plus strength.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
Lesser trait.
How many rounds of combat have we been in?
1.
One.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Then
So-
strength is 2.
What?
What?
Yep.
Dang it!
That's interesting.
That's interesting. Well, actually, no. This is the second round. This is the second round we're in. Yeah. So you're at the final person in the second round, if that helps. But anyways, yeah. I'll roll my thing.
Is it? Did it?
Oh goodness.
Oh.
Oh goodness. Would you like to use any of those bizarre things? The bizarre field stuff?
What?
Us?
Why,
Yeah.
Why
would I
would they?
Now we're winning.
Yeah, why would I want to do
Yeah,
that?
I think you forgot who you are.
You're the player now.
Oh, it's just suggestion.
I'm the DM
maybe
now.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, sure.
Don't worry about it. You getting hit activates my secret action.
Huh?
Yeah, if Jayla gets...
Judge the quality of this secret action.
If Java were to detach himself from Pablo and attach himself into a one-on-one duel with the boss, and Pablo wasn't able to do anything because they're in a one-on-one duel, and Java were to get himself hit by said boss, Pablo would use his stand to turn Java invisible. You know how to keep moving?
That is 2 entire conditions that you just met. Jermaine will give you 2d6 plus brains for your tribute.
Yeah, Brett agrees.
Oh, that is good. Brett and I never agree. You're in trouble.
We're quite on a roll today, aren't we, gentlemen?
Add an extra plus 3 because they agree.
They did!
That's true. So that's 2d6 plus brains plus. Yes!
Oh my god. You
So-
beat it by 1. Very nice.
So, Java, seeing
You're
the
gonna have
claws
exploding
incoming.
dice, isn't that how it works? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter for this one because it's secret action, because it's
Yeah.
technically not your martial arts. But anyways, yeah, Jaba, realizing what's about to happen, suddenly is like kind of confused when he steps back and his opponent just stops. He realizes for a moment that he turned invisible, and he looks down at himself, seeing the small little creatures on his body.
You know how to keep moving, don't you?
He starts doing that. Alright, so, Jaba begins to move. Whoops, that's no one's around and everything's invisible. I'll make you see so I can make myself go invisible. Yes, as he begins to move around, he just disappears. The only thing you can hear are the slight sounds of footsteps occasionally moving across the ground. As suddenly, a sword slash comes in your direction.
Nani?
Now the question is, how are we gonna solve this problem?
He thinks they can attack us, even though we can't see. But joke's on you, fool. I see you as clear as sunlight. For you see, my eyes have gone beyond your feeble limitations, and I can see you, even though you are invisible to the naked eye.
Hey, Dadamu, how are we doing that?
We're using our stand, of course, foolish boy. The way you created your claws,
That was Brett! I made a bunch of trees!
Well, you're quite correct. Thank you, Brett, for that brilliant idea. I shall plagiarize it to our benefit.
You're welcome.
And
Always likes Brett more!
he bends his hand, catches the sword, and immediately activates his secret action, which was your sword is slowly starting to fade away. It's starting to corrode and twist and distort until it's everything from the blade down to the very hilt. From the suba it's connected to the chain it's connected to at the very base of your blade. It's all starting to come apart. Your attack is rendered inert.
Alright, so that's, So I'm guessing that's tied to the whole, like, if I went invisible and then I tried to attack you.
Oh no, I pressed
just
action the minute I landed. We made contact with you.
Okay, so that's, what... GMs rate that shit.
Yeah, no, okay, so let's okay, boss, I hate to do this, but what was the exact condition? Was it like I set my secret action for when he hits me, or I set my secret action for something else? Because I got bad news for all of us if it's just for when he hits us.
No, it's when I made contact with him.
Oh, like the condition is you made contact with him and then he would attack you again?
Yes.
Okay, that is like 2 conditions, but they are very specific conditions. I'm feeling a 2d6 with no brains. That feels like a fair compromise. No brains.
Do
like
you
2
all
conditions.
agree?
I don't know. Why are we not having our brains?
We're not having our brains because we don't deserve them. I think
Alright, it's too late. No plus 3.
Stand on our own.
No, here's the other trait that we got. If we have a disagreement, we get a -1 for everyone who disagrees.
So
-4.
No, that is a -2.
-2?
2d6 -2.
Who disagrees with you?
Brett
Oh,
disagrees.
Brett, okay, so that's a -1. Sorry,
I
we're
agree
doing...
as well, you mongrels.
Okay, that's just
We
a
all in
-1. No, we're not in agreement.
Well, two in agreement. He's arguing with himself.
The argument intensifies as they rack their brains.
God's fine. We'll do -1. Are we happy? Can we at least agree upon that?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not happy.
You don't get an opinion, sir.
Okay.
36 -1.
Oh, thank God for that -1. Juba notices the blow coming at him, his sword beginning to change a bit. He clicks it a bit, activating some sort of field. It vibrates slightly, and he brings the sword away, pulling it back from the rays that he believed were coming from you. Instead, he slices the box on the way down and kicks a piece of wood in your face for a damage.
Can we interfere with this, or do we have to wait till...
That's just how I'm
That's just
flavoring the...
Yeah, that's just the gap in
Oh,
1
okay.
damage. We're just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
High-frequency blade. How intriguing.
You know,
Don't you think so, Brett?
I think I've got an idea how we could deal with it.
It's Pablo's turn unless Pablo's not doing anything.
Pablo is doing something, but you're not going to hear about it.
Damn it.
Lol.
Pablo!
Remember to send the GM all your secret actions, which happens to be Jermaine at this point.
Which GM?
Send it to Jermaine. He's the one who, I don't know, apparently controls this.
Well, I mean,
It's your turn there.
Being brutally honest, we are all, as we say, the GM.
yeah, I agree.
Or the DM. I don't know what proper lingo these young hipsters are using.
Please stop talking!
Never, foolish mongrel! You interrupted my speech once, you shall not interrupt it again.
He continues on as Brett performs an action.
Brett is going to have the frisbee fly over here, and it's going to point itself at the crate behind Sunjaba, and the crate starts to burst into a tree.
Oh, okay.
Brilliant work, Brett.
Everything inside of it would be thrown out in the direction of Sunjaba.
I like that. It sends a big storm of projectiles.
Yes,
Now that's
quite a bang.
Get behind. Yeah, take the +3. We all approve of this.
Damn it.
Excellent.
This is great.
What?
This is Busters, man. What the hell?
I don't actually remember our Stan's ability here.
Let's so I believe we're actually using learning to attack in a lot of these cases, which is a weird thing. So that's 2d6, and then we'd get our +3 off of it.
Okay. Woo! I forgot how to roll. I'm smart. I don't know how I've done this twice now. Oh, there you go.
Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna attempt to duck and weave. Okay, duck and weave doesn't go too well.
Duck and weave does not go too well at all.
I suddenly feel the impacts of the objects from behind knocking me back and forward into the box a bit.
What was in that crate? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, what was in that crate, out of curiosity? Actually, can I use a bizarre point to decide?
Yeah.
Our bizarre field is up.
That's true, I can't. Alright.
Yeah. You're right. Good call, Brett.
Yeah, I know.
Can I decide?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, no, Burn, you got this.
Okay, it's toothpicks.
Oh, shit!
Oh, no. Hail of toothpicks pierced your body at car speeds.
Oh no. Iraqi bullet hole wounds. Just
They're not wood, they're plastic.
Wait.
Ooh!
I have an idea.
Yeah, I think we all got the same idea. Brett, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Are you thinking dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs.
Yes, dinosaurs indeed.
What?
Let's send these mongrels back to the Stone Age.
Are you gonna take another turn, or are you gonna pass over?
That was our turn. That's our next turn.
Okay. We said this out loud.
Yeah, no, we said that out loud. That's fine.
Jaba decides to pull back his stand from the UFO, and instead is going to.
No, say no more, fam. That activates my secret action.
Uh-oh.
You should prep for dinosaur.
No, if Jaba removes his chain and Pablo is actually able to do something, Pablo actually 2 turns ago left to go get a big old oil truck from outside, and he's going to drive through the wall and run over the boss.
The GM has received the triggering conditions for this, based on the fact that that Brennan spent an entire turn retrieving the truck, and the condition was a 1-note trigger. I am going to give that a 2d6, a plus your brains.
Thanks, Jermaine.
No problem. Jermaine is nothing if not fair.
Jermaine, quit being
Oh, I'm
fair
doing
to
good
me.
today.
Now,
It's the Pablo rolls. They're back.
Pablo is back, baby!
Now the question is, how are we going to defend against this oncoming truck? Do we have anything?
Well,
I say we make a platform from the box underneath our feet and rise above the occasion.
I say we dig down into the ground like a mole and dig up from underneath.
I say we turn the oil in the truck into dinosaurs.
That as well. Bland breath.
I'm gonna... Christian, I sent you a bog.
Hey, okay, I'm gonna... Oh my god. Disgusting.
Oh my god.
This
I
is
agreed
disgusting.
I agreed with Brett, so that's a -1.
That is a -1, no +3.
Is that me that rolls here?
Yes, you're gonna, since two people are like dinosaurs, we do dinosaur plan, but Jermaine's a dumbass and wants to be a mole.
2d6 plus 4 now, right?
Ooh, yeah. How many rounds are we at?
We're at 3.
Yeah, so we're +4 and -1 because we didn't agree.
Yeah.
I'm dead. I'm
So,
dying. I'm so
just gonna
done.
I'm gonna use this cement truck because no oil tanker for you. And this is under your control then, Pablo.
Alright, crash this truck.
You fool. For you see,
Holy
your
shit.
truck is now a dinosaur.
Pablo, you watch as the front of the truck actually begins to... Holy shit, also that fucking dinosaur roll. You watch as the front of the truck starts to explode out, the very wheel itself beginning to grow teeth and gnash at you. You've got to get out of the way fast, as this truck is literally breaking apart all the plastic bits, turning into goddamn dinosaurs around you.
Also,
I should probably get off the truck.
yeah. Can you?
Take 5 points of damage, or give, like... Yeah, I'd say take 5 points of damage. You just gotta take it.
Yeah. Because how are you gonna prep for dinosaur?
There's
Nobody expects dinosaurs.
Okay, is it Big Boss's turn? Or is it Sun's
Yeah,
turn?
it's Big Boss's turn.
Okay, so we did the dinosaur plan last time. Can we do my mole plan now? I really want to go... Is that okay? Can I be a mole?
Yeah, I'll humor you.
Okay, thank you all, I appreciate this, I will pay it back in kind. I'm going to, I'm going to grow the claws of a mole, and I am going to disappear into the earth, as was always my dream.
Please do not get my coat dirty, we just got it back from the cleaners.
The claws on Jermaine's hands explode into twice the size, and he starts to just burrow down and vanish entirely.
Quick question, does the dinosaur get a turn?
No, it'll act on your turn.
Yeah, it's more like an ambient effect.
Yeah.
So it's not
You
just
have to spend an
roaming.
action to attack with it. No,
Not just roaming right now.
no,
Yeah.
it's not.
So,
You don't want that. You don't want that.
Yeah.
Defend.
So, Jermaine disappears into the earth, and that's our turn.
How does he go about doing that?
He digs straight down.
Okay. So on his turn, Jaba will use his claw, like he'll unattach this stand, like it's already unattached. He will toss it on over to Pablo.
Right behind you.
Yeah, he swings it behind and connects. And then he kind of like goes on over here for a moment because they're safe and the enemy is gone. Can I just kind of take a second to make this not combat?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll rule it.
Alright. Thanks, Brett. So
Good call.
they
I
move
thought we were
forward.
going to go leave and have a safe monologue.
they stop and then start moving. Go phasing straight through the wall. Pablo, you suddenly stop, and thus your momentum is ceased, and you become visible again.
Ah, you jerk.
Meanwhile, Jaba suddenly, invisibility's not really gonna cut it. They can see us now. He stops again. But anyways, you've been keeping an eye on what's been going on with them?
Yeah, I noticed something. They seem to be able to alter things to any state in their timeline.
I guess is that a monologue action there?
That is a monologue action.
Are we correct?
Close. You might need a follow up on that thesis, my friend.
I'll
Just a little bit.
I feel like I'd be cheating if I
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna be like,
about to
I'm like,
say.
I don't really got an idea what that's about, but I mean it makes sense. What I notice is that they're arguing with each other, and from fighting them a little bit, I think it'd be wise if we started to break that up a little.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
He looks at you again. Look, you ran off and did your own thing while I was fighting in here. That shit can't fly, alright? We gotta be acting like a team, again. We need to be doing things together. I know you've got my back there, but I need you up in front with me.
Whatever you say, senpai.
So, connected still. Is a Brett back? Okay. Alright, let me put Brett back. Alright, you can move him where you want to put him, have him to appear.
Oh no, I was gonna have suddenly Brett from under the floorboards. But
Yeah.
like underneath you guys.
Suddenly, Brett.
I do like that.
Yeah, I mean if you're cool with it, yeah.
Yeah, sure. He pops back up.
Suddenly it's me, Brett. And then he's gonna quiet one of you guys.
Your attack will automatically phase through their chain since they are connected.
Oh. Well, I guess that didn't work. I'm gonna go
Dive!
back in.
Yeah,
We go back in the ground.
He kind of yells as you go through. Wow, whoever's in control now really sucks. Who came up with that dumb mole idea?
That was an awful idea. Why would anybody let anybody use that idea?
How dare you?
Don't you understand? Weren't you listening, my dear? They were planning to plot us against one another.
Well, that isn't going to be a problem because I think we're all now equally pissed off at them. Let's go get them.
Yes, quite. Let's give them a good thrashing.
Yeah.
Jermaine is going to pop up out of the ground like a spooky bat creature and stomp down in front of you. He lands hulking immediately in your face, Roomba attached to his back.
Alright, re-engaging initiative then. Jabo will, with the chain, start just kind of moving around a bit.
Not to be a stickler, but what about our dinosaur?
You can move the dinosaur on your turn, sir.
Oh yeah. Okay, no problem.
It's your dinosaur, not our dinosaur.
He moves a bit to the other side of you. And, hey, you want to see a magic trick?
Yeah, I'm actually fascinated what you lot have planned. Yeah, that sounds good. Is everybody in agreement on that?
I mean, I don't really care for magic, but if you guys want.
Okay, that is like 2 thumbs up and 1/2 thumb up.
We'll
Yeah.
count that as a thumb up.
Alright.
Show us your magic trick.
Alright. He pulls the chain a bit to the side. The chain, shifting through you, it seems to float a bit, right where in front of your heart would be. And then, suddenly, the end of the actual chain disattaches from Pablo, and the result is that the chain becomes tangible. And in that moment, the chain becomes tangible
Beach
inside
Boys.
of your heart.
Oh my god. completely impaled through the chest, Jermaine looks down for a moment. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Seems we might have had the same idea. He points at you. As you disconnected the chain from Pablo, you realize, planted in Pablo's form, he did not move. When when Brett popped up and swung his claws through the air, he actually left behind seeds. From the center of Pablo's chest, explodes out a bush. Similarly, Jermaine is impaled by the chain. I think we're both gonna take massive damage here.
That's a good point.
Jay, would you count that chain in the heart as a hit?
Yes, I would, I'd say.
Okay, well, that also activates my secret action, where if Sanjayba were to land a hit on Jermaine or whoever, man, I would get really big secret action points if I predicted exactly who he landed on.
No, exactly. Yeah. That's
you can try for it.
No.
Jermaine.
If you were able to connect a hit, and in the event that he were tethering and Pablo were unable to interfere, Sanjayba would actually step on a shotgun that was stolen from Paul earlier in the episode that Pablo had stolen and made invisible. And because Jayba is stepping on it, it's actually part of his duel.
That's true.
Interesting. Okay, very nice.
That's a few actual requirements there, I think.
That's a few, yeah. No, I'll give that a 2d6 plus brains. While that's very impressive, a 3d6 would have been properly guessing who you were gonna shoot.
I agree.
Now that is positively brilliant. However, this does not solve your impending problem. All this is mutually assured destruction for both of us.
Hey, Afro, I sent you another pog.
I love you doing it in voice.
I love
Such another pog.
so much. Okay, so I'm thinking I think we should roll stand damage versus each other unopposed. Because it's just occurring, and then the secret action will go off. So first of all, stand damage. Sanjayba, what would you say, how are you dealing this damage?
I'm going to be using precision for this one, because I was aiming directly for your heart and trying to get it materializing just right in there.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'd say roll that damage unopposed, and versus your boy Pablo, this damage similarly is going to be unopposed. This is using the stand's durability, because it's how long it lasts. That is 12 damage.
That's pretty good.
Furthermore, you look, the shotgun goes off. I'm gonna need you guys to roll damage for that.
Yes.
That is your 2d6 plus brains. 11 fucking damage. That is okay. So,
are we hurting?
We are.
Have I gotten a 6 every time I've rolled?
We are starting to hurt. So first of all, that explodes out of boy Pablo's chest. That you can take the 12 damage, or you could take a chest critical wound.
Let's roll on the critical wound table.
Yeah, that'll drop it to 2. Let's roll on that table. I'll give you also a +2 to your roll, since this is still like in the middle of the fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never done this before. Presley usually just dies.
Yeah, so Christian, let's do that chest critical wound.
All right, you roll me a 2d6 plus 2 in this case. Let me get some music playing real quick.
8. Okay.
8?
What is 8?
Oh, 8's let me check on the table. I don't have the rulebook up right now.
That's a pretty good roll. You're not going to die instantly.
Yeah, yeah. All right, I will pull up this here book right now.
I love all the little shop references popping up. This is good.
This is good. This is really good.
All right, that's going to take a moment. I think that's just going to be like you take 2 damage every turn, though. It's like a superficial chest wound.
Yeah, so you have a gaping chest wound from a chest burster plant
gaping
exploding
chest
out of you.
wound, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. There's your gaping chest wound. And
it's voluptuous.
As Jermaine starts to... Yeah, voluptuous chest wound. And as Jermaine starts to panic, he realizes this could actually kill him. Okay, looks like I gotta do it. He's gonna drop his bizarre field to make that 11 fucking not count. And instead, he is going to grab the chain as it starts to fuse together. Every little bit of iron binding around his heart, and instead of hurting it, it attaches to it, making his heart stronger than ever. Then he's shot in the face with a shotgun.
Luckily, Jermaine, you're not alone in this. I'm going to take the opportunity to absorb that iron and add its properties to our skin.
Ooh, stand durability.
For your turn, then. But yeah, that's the end of Sunjaba's turn.
Yeah.
Now it's Pablo's turn.
Phew, sure can't do anything with that chain in him.
But you've got a plant.
You got a plant friend.
I do have a plant friend that I probably
Feed me.
Feed me. So I'm going to Edward Scissorhands him with my Edward Scissorhands.
Oh boy.
What's that? Just that's Kung Fu. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Kung Fu.
So what do I roll?
1d6 plus your bronze, and I think that's it.
Oh.
Oh well. So what is plant roll?
Let's say the plant is the plant's created by her stand. I think it's a measure of durability. So we'll just give it that good 3d6. Yeah, you managed to fucking rip the plant out of your chest.
I'd rather not have to do that again.
No promises.
Alright, let's see. Yep, that's just a chunk of flesh is torn from your body, exposing the meat underneath. You take 2 damage every round as you begin to bleed.
Okay.
So you take 2 damage, since your turn just began.
Got it.
Alrighty, in that case, now it is your turn again, mister.
You want to absorb? You want to absorb that iron there?
Yes, I believe it is.
Now.
I'm going to absorb the iron, burrow back underneath.
Now I have a question I want to ask the DMs.
Yeah.
That iron chain in your chest is a stand, so I'm kind of curious, if you want to absorb it, that would most probably be a versus between our durabilities.
Ooh.
He's talking more about the bullets, and we blew Bizarre Field to
Gotcha,
to
that's fair.
absorb
That's
the chain. Yeah,
I just
This
meant
is-
like for no, that's fair. That's fair.
yeah.
Going to absorb the iron from the bullets, apply its attribute to our skin, and burrow back under the ground. And I'm going to a secret action.
And then the dinosaur comes running in.
Yeah, that actually was the secret action.
Oh. My bad.
Good thinking, Brett!
Yeah.
Get that dinosaur in here.
So,
That was a pretty good idea. Whoever's idea that was should make all the decisions.
Damn it!
so step 1, we burrow underground. Step 2, you hear a roar as the dinosaur comes to life and barrels through the warehouse, crashing trees and sending shrubbery everywhere, and locking eyes with its next prey.
Yeah.
That is suddenly a bad idea. I think this is a bad idea.
You fool! We're underground. It can't find us.
Yeah, but they said that
That's
you
a
were
pretty good
smarter
idea, you know.
Wait, what? No, that's a dumb idea. No.
But I mean, they're just trying to get under our skin, you know? Do you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, but like, it's. I mean, how do you stay calm in the face of? Oh God, he's here.
Jaba's actually literally under your skin with that hook.
Yeah. Jaba will lunge forward his hand with his sword while pulling you backwards with what he still has connected the chain. Even though it's stuck inside of you right now, he is still going to give it a tug on. I don't know what I'm rolling for that. I think it would be just my normal attack, but with something involving the fact that my stand is stuck inside your body, I'm not sure if that would be like adding precision to the roll, like as a +5, or how that would exactly work.
I think we get to roll versus for control of your stand. Like as it's being slowly like dragged away and integrated into whatever this person is.
Gotcha.
Let's roll to see who keeps control.
All right. What are we gonna roll for that?
Give us like ours is gonna be durability, so it's just gonna be raw 3d6. Give us whatever you can bullshit.
I could do the same kind of thing I was saying before, where I could roll durability because it's like trying to resist it being inside of you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Durability,
Alright,
strength,
yeah.
whatever makes sense for you.
All right.
Yeah.
3d6 plus 2 because we're dueling again.
Oh shit.
Ah,
Ooh,
dude. Oh,
yeah.
oh, wait, what was?
We're going with Stab's roll.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I was the one who set up this situation with the whole thing in the heart, so I'll handle the rolls
was
for
that
this.
is that an agreement for all of you?
Yes,
No, that wasn't, since we literally tripped over each other. In fact, you can apply a -2 and we can escalate.
Yes.
Now I think we should be in agreement over who is rolling, because I am the one who got us into this messy situation.
Yes, you did. I will let you roll.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, you ready for
This is much better than fighting a dinosaur.
Oh yeah, the
Okay.
dinosaur.
Oh boy! That is unfortunate for you.
Wait. I want to use my bizarre point to re-roll that.
Oh boy!
Yeah, go ahead. That's bad.
Alright. I don't think you can. We still have our bizarre field.
No, you didn't. You burn it so you
You
can take your
burnt
attack
it.
back.
Did we
No,
burn
we
it out?
burnt one use of it, I believe.
Don't
Yes,
tell
we
Christian
did.
how to play
Oh
his
no.
game.
You in order to
Negated an
absorb the attack, you have to.
That's true.
Yes.
Okay, no, we didn't do our cool reveal. Hold on, let's just take 11 damage from that attack then. Fuck. Yeah, sorry, I forgot it wasn't negate an attack. It was like boosted up by an amount.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
That is my bad, because you're supposed to do a cool stand reveal when you completely negate an attack. Let's just knock our HP by fucking 10. And then drop our bizarre field by 1. So we've still got 1 bizarre field left.
Yeah, and a dinosaur.
And a dinosaur.
And
Alrighty. Okay, sounds good.
So we succeed. Jay, how do we succeed?
This is God, so, you hear a slurping sound as your stand literally flies from your hands and flies into this man's body, disappearing with almost a burp.
That's gross, man.
Jaba, being a simple man, attempts to resummon his stand.
I mean, it is his stand. I don't think that we can really hold on to it.
I don't think we can really necessarily keep it. We can just stop it from literally killing us.
Yeah.
That's fair. I agree with that.
Yeah, you can have it back, I guess, but our heart's way stronger now, thanks for the meal.
And we vanished.
We gave him a +3 there.
The group gives you a thumbs up.
Okay, thank you. He can't do anything though. That's his action to
Yeah.
resummon it. So he's stuck in there with you now. Pablo's turn.
Ooh.
Oh, it's my turn.
I think that was an escalation. I think you should take some amount of damage from that. So
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
let's say, as the chain binds around your arm, it flies free. Let's say,
Hey, it's a chain. The chain was breaking down. It was entering your body. It makes sense that I get blood spurts from being damaged.
yeah,
It's not
exactly.
like my chain doesn't. Like if my chain's somehow damaged, then I take damage too.
I'd say it knots and coils around your fingers and arm, like dealing actual real ass damage to it. I'd say, do you want to do an arm critical wound with like a +4? Like something a lot.
Yeah,
but,
that could be good. I like that.
That's matching for an escalation.
Yeah. So let's see. 2d6 +4. Alright, I think that's gonna be... The blow knocks the opponent back hard, knocking the wind out of them momentarily. They lose their next secondary action, but otherwise fine.
Okay, so yeah, no, you're basically, the stand is pulled away and you're just yanked to the ground and you bash your head on the floor. You're temporarily disoriented.
Am I knocked out of the mole hole, or am I still in there?
Yeah, let's comically send them firing out of the mole hole.
Ugh. Yeah, Sanjay but just fucking splats against the ground next to you, Pablo. I hate this.
I don't know, man. I'm having kind of fun.
Being a barista doesn't sound so bad anymore.
What are you gonna do, Pablo?
I think we should get on the same page, don't you think, Java?
Yeah.
Any bright ideas for taking down a dinosaur?
He looks it up and down. It's screeching, looking at them. Let me see if I can think real quick. I mean, you're always a smarter one. There's one thing. got some small arms right there. Maybe... Alright, I'm going to whisper into Pablo's ear.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna set a secret action with that or anything.
Oh.
But, because I can't. Jaba has like one brain, so he can't set more than one secret action per fight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've done it yet, but...
He just kind of looks over to you, and I'm gonna... Let's dual heat attack. Just like the old days.
Alright, sounds good. I will wait.
Alrighty. I'll wait too, which means that it's your turn now. Enemy boss, man.
Oh, it's us?
Yeah.
Well, we're underground.
Any ideas, Jermaine?
I mean, yeah, like I could. Okay, I got a pretty good idea. It seems like they're scheming something up there, so let's scheme something down here too.
You're not scheming. You're just whispering stuff.
That might actually work.
Thank you. Somebody went along with the idea.
Jermaine, it seems as if you have a brilliant idea every once in a while. I concede this point unto you.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go in this direction, and then we're gonna let them do whatever they're doing.
I find it quite thrilling that we have such a good seat.
I have an idea of something I could do.
Oh wait, you got an actual idea?
I mean, we can keep moving, but we have a stand.
That we do.
Oh yeah, we got that frisbee.
What do you propose we do with this frisbee?
The frisbee comes flying out of the mold towards Sanjaba, and then points at his feet, and his feet start getting kind of clubfoot. And then it comes back in the mole hole.
Sanjaba looks down at his feet and realizes that... What kind of shoes were you wearing, Afro?
He was wearing some of those.
samurai.
He's wearing those goddamn clackety sandals.
Well, your clackety sandals have now turned into clogs.
I don't think that's
Pablo is laughing.
What the actual fuck?
Heavy wooden clogs.
Why?
I'm done. I'm actually going to have to argue against that, so that's a -1. That doesn't seem like the action of this sequence.
You said
No.
it was...
No. That is still matches.
I was just flavor texting it. I wasn't actually trying to
Oh.
interrupt you.
Okay, I guess.
There's a moment of more disagreement amongst the heads.
What am I rolling? I mean, like, I assume that it's like a roll against each other.
I was just flavor texting it. I didn't actually mean to.
Yeah, like how are you going to get out of the way of this stand? Apparently pointing at your feet and doing something to it. Like, imagine it as an invisible attack.
Okay. Well, in this case, I
Right next
suppose
to you.
there's only... Yeah, I'm going to attempt to use my stand on, Pablo.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Retether? Okay.
Yeah, tethering.
That's gonna be speed to try to beat the speed of our stand. It's whichever one gets to act first.
Okay, let me check my stand speed.
I think
Alrighty.
I think our stand speed sucks.
My stand speed sucks.
Hey, what was our stand speed, guys?
I think
Oh
we
god, thank you.
I didn't get the character sheet, so
Oh.
I don't know our stand speed.
2d6, keep 1.
Oh, that works. Okay. 6. Okay, 1. Do we have any bonuses here? I know we have.
No, we're actually in disagreement. So, we get that we get a -1 penalty. We can't win.
Oh.
Well,
Look at that shit.
does our brains not apply?
Our brains, I don't believe this is just a contest of stands. So, how are you going to counterattack us for this?
Well,
We were getting ready to attack.
Yeah, so I guess I'll speed along our plan then. So, instead of directly counterattacking you, the result was specifically just to tether onto... Well, I don't know. I don't think I can actually counterattack you with this, so I am just going to tether onto him as my thing.
Okay, so
that's just how it happens.
you're not going to do any follow-up damage then.
Nope. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
yes. All right. So once tethered on, all right. Let's get to it then.
Are you gonna open the door and get on the floor and walk the dinosaur?
Ooh, that is a good one. I agree with that.
I do enjoy that song.
Hey Pablo, you know how crappy some of these old factories are?
They sure are crappy.
Yeah. You know, earthquake threats aren't a thing up here, but if it were, some of these factories just collapse right down with any amount of weight putting down on them.
I don't think they're up to code.
They aren't. I'm going to swing him into the dinosaur's body using my stand, and once he is inside, in generally where it's probably heart cage would be, I'm going to untether him and have him just tear it apart from inside, which will then cause the dinosaur to fall down, crashing into the floor. Because the floor has already been torn apart by multiple moles digging down underneath them, that will result in the floor collapsing in on itself to be a shitty factory.
That's a brilliant plan. However, that activates my secret action.
You don't get secret actions, you're a villain!
You're a
If you
villain.
guys decide to combo attack the dinosaur, it dissolves back into oil before reforming around you, with you in its maw.
Okay,
Yeah.
that'll...
Yeah. That hinges on the idea you dual teched into it.
Let me think. I'm thinking about that, but...
No, like, I think if we... Okay. Yeah, team meeting off to the side.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let me make another voice channel really quick.
Wow, we're going to
I hate when Jay does that.
It's fine.
So how you doing? How you doing, Pablo?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Got a big hole in my chest.
Mm-hmm.
Looks worse than it is.
So why you wear the
Speaking of
mask?
which, you don't know why?
Well, I mean... Okay, I do. Never mind. What's like...
Were you just trying to Bane post me?
I mean, yeah, I kind of was. What kind of like, what's like the enemy of a Tengu? But like also a friend, like a rival.
Don't Tengus have a thing with like ladies? You know, their big noses.
Right! Oh, right, yeah. I guess I'd wear a lady mask or something. Like a geisha mask.
Oh, you got long hair, like on.
Oh, hey, wait a minute.
You're really getting into this reunion.
Hey, come on, I'm just trying to pass time here. We're flying through air very slowly, by the way.
Yeah. Glad we could have this conversation.
Yeah.
You watched the big game yesterday?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. He killed a man. Can you believe it, though? Like, 10 Super Bowl go that small.
You cut out, I didn't hear that.
Oh, can you believe it, though? Like, 10
The council has delivered!
Oh,
Welcome back.
Roll your big damage for your attack. This was a well thought out secret action, took up 2 people's turns, and involved a lot of brains. Give us...
sorry, I'm catching a cramp. I worked out too hard today.
Oh, no.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm good.
Ah, you fool! This was a plan all along!
You sent a crap to my hamstring.
Yes!
Our stand allows us to cramp just the hamstrings. But no, right now, I'm going to need you to roll that 3d6 plus whatever your combined brains is.
Oh, Stabbyness
Okay.
called breakfast at
I
Tiffany.
got-
It allows
I
us
got-
to affect anything with a breakfast name involved.
Your
Your hamstring is fucked!
Oh, my God.
Christian, I'm going to use that thing that I said I wasn't going to use, but I'm not going to say what it is yet because I'll be able to hide it inside the dinosaur.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, yeah. Okay.
There's
So
a thing.
so that means can I play the voice clip?
Yeah, you can.
Let me see if I have it immediately on hand. I do. So from inside, Jaba hears speaking outwards, a voice yelling out. And let me grab the clip.
Did you guys roll your damage?
We need to roll that. Roll the damage while I'm getting this. You can add my 1 brains to your brains.
Oh wow, so that's an entire 2 brains?
That's a big brain.
2 whole brains, huh?
Look at the big brain on Brad.
3d6 plus 2.
You know, Brett's got 5 brain.
Yeah, Brett does in fact have 5 brain.
Brett has all of the brains. It's good because I got all the bravery.
Hi.
But who has the galaxy brain?
That would be Brett.
That would be Brett, in
okay,
fact.
Lol. Lol.
From inside of the beast, a voice rings out, echoing but still heard clear. Let me just get that. All right.
So you should move the pog into the beast.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Whoop.
Emerging outwards, a fanfare plays as Pablo, slicing through, the dinosaur begins to fall, crashing into the cement floor.
Oh.
It would be a shame if somebody were to made a bunch of tunnels underneath the factory.
I think this is the time, guys.
Yes, it is. We drop our bazaar field, Jay.
And we stick our head through the window.
No, we come bursting in through the window. We gotta have impact.
-1 because I just said we came through. Sorry, guys.
You disagree. Nope. Get minus. Get good scrap.
We meander through the window.
At a medium pace. We step through, cape a-billowing in the wind. And we completely negate your attack. And, boys, how do we do it?
Well, you see, the dinosaur, it starts to slowly drip, and then it keeps dripping a little more and more until it starts to rain oil down, and the dinosaur is not a dinosaur no more.
That's exactly right. It is the exact plan we were discussing before. And do you know why that is? Jermaine points in your face, son. Tell him, Damu.
You see, when you first encountered me before you rudely interrupted my attack, my stand was called Mothership Connection. It allowed me to devolve anything that was within my reach at will. However, rejoice, foolish mortals, for I have been blessed, and you have been graced. From hell I have risen, and been rechristened as Mothership Reconnection, which now has the ability to evolve and de-evolve beings and objects at will. Myself, the box, the oil, and it can turn anything from dinosaur to oil. And he reaches his fist out and clenches it again to dinosaur again. Around Pablo, the dinosaur reforms.
And I think we've been going a little too easy on you guys. You see, we've been fighting for control of this body. Now, why would we do that when we can all just share control of it? Quickly, Brett, evolve us to the point that we can all control this body at once.
No, you're the evolved one. I'm the de-evolved.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. Hold on. He smacks himself again. It's time to take this into the future! A Mothership Reconnection's power flows through his hands, completely reforming his head. A third eye splits open. Okay, boys, let's each take our turns on the initiative!
Oh.
Okay, so we're gonna hop in.
Are we all rolling speed?
I'd say just roll personal speed, since we can't all benefit from the stand, but our bravery is +5 now that we've evolved to that degree.
Alright.
Mothership reconnection furthermore flies into Dadamu's body and integrates as well. As far as the being goes, we're a level beyond you guys. You see, our stand just evolved too. They point.
Huh? It evolved again?
I'm in a dinosaur.
Hey guys.
Name, you foolish mongrel.
Yeah, Brett.
Brett is having trouble with his roll.
Oh yeah, I got you, Brett. We're working together now. It's fine. I got a 1d6 +5. I got you. Oh, I rolled really low for you.
Is your villainous action the ability to take turns equal to the
we
amount
now
of people you have?
Yeah, exactly. So we now have the bizarre field is down. There's no secrets anymore. We now have 3 turns. However, we no longer benefit from our stand.
Okay.
Externally,
Is it though, huh?
we can still use it to well, there is one way that we can still use it, but we'll get to that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, okay. Someone else go, I think.
Well, actually, from that, if we're going with initiative, we go back to the top. It's the next round, yeah.
Exactly.
Also, since the new round starts, Pablo, take a bleeding damage.
Yep.
Yes, I got it.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Just for the sake of keeping this combat orderly, let's just scatter the various the various guys between each of you. So we're not taking 3 turns in a row. That is to everyone's benefit. And we will burn our first turn saying that was revealing and transforming. So like, if you could scatter on the initiative order, one of us to the top, one of us to the middle,
good.
and then one of us
fair.
on the bottom.
Yeah, so basically you go after every other person's turn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Brett's
fair.
on the bottom.
Alright.
It's on the bottom.
Pablo, Jaba kind of like, okay. Jaba is going to take steps back, jumping on top of the crates, and he's going to attempt to. Actually, is Pablo just still inside of the dinosaur?
Yes, he is.
Pablo has got inside the dinosaur.
Well, I mean, he can claw out again, probably. I mean, that's kind of.
Yeah, I got it the first time.
Okay, cool. Good luck.
Stomach acid damage.
Fuck you! I'm bleeding inside you. Yeah. Actually, I am going to use my precision for my stand to attack the dinosaur, and for a moment, click it together with me.
Ooh.
Are you dueling with the dinosaur?
Actually, if you don't mind, I will. I suppose so. Can the dinosaur resist me? Does it have a stand?
No.
Okay.
No, yeah,
Sanjay
dinosaurs do-
pulls out his dual disc.
All right. And now that I hit it annoyingly on the head, getting its attention towards me. And then.
I should fall out of the dinosaur now, right?
Yes, you should. Exactly. Now
Yeah,
that you're
thanks.
out, you follow the dinosaur.
That's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm dirtier than usual.
It's just a stomach acid bath. Don't worry about it. Jaba will run to the side. His attack is just trying to get the dinosaur to run in their direction.
Ooh, interesting. So he's trying to like get it to run after them. How are you doing that? And are you gonna make a roll this turn, or is that a next turn thing?
That's when it goes. I assume. I don't know if it's gonna go. Generally, the idea is that a part of my attack is I hit it on the head with the and stuck it in. So I'm trying to make it angry at me and it run at me.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's sort of your secondary action is guiding it over.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. So
Ole!
After Sun, I think Dadamu should be the one on the top, and then the two of us do our things between everybody else's turn. Does that sound good, Brett?
Yeah.
Okay, so while we're in this state, one of us has the power of evolution, the other has the power of devolution, and the final has the power of kicking your ass. So, using this metal that's been buried inside of me, I am going to mutate something. I'm gonna involve something out of nowhere. You seem to like your high-frequency blade. I think I'll get my own. Metal begins to worm its way down his arm, meets his palm, and from his flesh grotesquely grows outwards a sword. Let's see what kind of a swordsman you are. That's
I
going
feel
to
like
be
you're
his,
gonna regret that.
That's gonna be his entire action. No, he's not attacking.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
No,
no.
I thought that was an attack.
Okay, so to explain what's happening, we are functionally taking each of our turns to power up Dadamu's turn.
Gotcha. Right. I see.
Think of these all as tri-techs.
Okay, nice. In that case, it's Pablo's turn.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to run up as though I'm holding a sword and do nothing. Secret action.
Okay.
Is the plant still alive?
Oh no, the
No,
plant's dead. It got killed to shit.
The plant has been reduced to ribbons.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think you might be out of secret. How much brains do you have over there, Mr. Clawman? You might be out of secret action.
Now I'm used to having all of the secret actions, but when I use a secret action, do I get to have another one?
You have an amount equal to the amount like you have per.
I think it's
per
brains
combat.
per combat.
Yes.
So like, yeah.
Oh,
so,
per combat. Okay.
Yeah, it's brains per combat.
I never had to worry about that.
Yeah, same. Having low brains sucks.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. Is there some sort of defensive stance, Christian?
Well, you could say that you are preparing. Well, that's
Counterattack.
kind of.
It's. I think that is completely fair. It's pretty much you're delaying your turn until they act.
Yeah.
You're doing it publicly and visibly, so.
Yeah. Oh my god, are you guys dual teching versus our tri-techs?
Yes.
Holy shit, this fight is great!
Ready. Alrighty. So, that's us. It's up to you now. You can devolve something, I think, and then it's back up to your turn.
Oh, it's me?
Yeah.
Brett, take
Brett.
the stance.
Oh, the stance. Yeah, I can do that. Brett is going to reach out with his hand and grab at Sunjaba. Wait, is he still connected to the dinosaur?
I believe yes.
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Even
then
though I'm not connected to the dinosaur.
I guess I'm gonna have to grab it at Boy Pablo then. And then I'm going to look him in the eyes, and my jaw starts to expand outward, like I'm growing an animal mouth.
It's pretty gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're both evolving and de-evolving. How are you gonna deal with this garbage?
With some sort of defensive attack?
Now it would be Dadamu's turn.
Dadamu grasps on to Pablo with a grip of iron steel. He channels the power of devolution to try to devolve Pablo himself.
Well, I was just gonna bite him, but you can do everything.
Why don't you do it by biting him? We could be like a devolution vampire.
That works. Okay, I'm going to sink my unhinged jaw into Pablo's neck and emit a de-evolving bite.
Alright, dual tech?
Yes.
Dual tech.
It's time.
Dual tech. It's time for dual Hijizudo style! Alright. You make the roll. I'm going to, I suppose, if I'm assisting, would I add my bronze scissors roll?
Yes. Basically, yeah, what's gonna happen here is the duo of Dadamu and Brett have fused, so they're performing a dual tech. However, they're not using the sword of Jermaine, so it's going to be dual tech versus dual tech. It's going to be 1d6 plus double bronze for both of us.
Mm-hmm. And what I'm going to say now is, as flavor, Sunjaba disables his stand in a swift motion, pulling out his sword. Together they stand, shoulder to shoulder, and I guess we roll now.
Yep.
Oh. Your bronze and my bronze.
Yep.
Oh, it's like I'm hacking.
Oof.
That's us.
Oof.
So yeah, we get.
We all agreed on that.
What?
Do we?
What? No, it's no, we don't in this case.
Oh yeah.
You guys just do 1d6 plus double bronze. So like it's 1d6 plus both of your bronze scores together, or any skills you have to enhance it. Because this is literally physical attack versus physical attack.
All right.
Okay, that's not my skill.
That's technically your
Plus
villainous
any-
action, so you can't use it.
That's a villainous action. Crap! I'm not a villain.
But I guess
the pro
translate-
tag.
I guess that would translate to a trait. You could
Yeah, so,
make
like,
a
it'd be a
1d6
trait
plus
bonus.
11, and you can add a plus 3 due to your trait, since it's better than mine.
Okay,
So that's a total 1d6 plus 14.
that's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
escalates.
that is an escalation we got
Let's see
there.
Oh man, that's tense.
Roll the same thing again.
Yes.
Oh wait, mother.
Flaccid.
Lol.
Man, we are just not good at rolling today, guys.
We did it.
Oh, you did it! Yes! You managed to overcome the dual tech. What happens?
Okay. I gotta get the right song. Okay, so I'm gonna say, do you want to escalate by taking a critical injury and then taking like 4 damage? Or like a critical injury at a negative?
Actually, yes. That sounds pretty good. What you call it? Let's take a critical injury at a big disadvantage. Let's do it as a -2. Where are you striking?
Let's strike at the head, since that's where he's trying to clash with us.
Fantastic.
So, give us that critical injury roll first.
Okay. 7.
7. Okay, let's see. That is... Alright, so flesh is going to be torn for your face. So that's a negative.
We're all
2.
matching now.
Yeah. So that would be 2 every turn. 2 damage every turn.
I wouldn't think so quickly. That triggers our villainous action. As you perform a critical injury on us, we rapidly evolve the wound into something new.
Yeah, my face is like a hippo now. Real thick skin.
We do indeed take the critical injury, but Brett, you're in charge of this one, and you are in charge of I'm the bravery, you're the brains. Okay, we evolve a better brain. Let's bump our score up to a 6, baby. No matter how much you hurt us, we'll just keep evolving and evolving.
Are we all in agreement on this plan?
Yes, quite.
Oh,
Well,
+3.
Okay, but we also we get the +3. We still do take that critical injury though. Ow.
wait, you take 2 damage every turn, eh?
We take 2 every turn. Yep.
Yeah?
Was it?
Okay.
Is that?
Oh, we wouldn't roll anything for this. This is just is
Okay.
just us deciding the outcome. Our villainous action just activate.
This is
Okay.
the one time Brett actually rolls.
I guess you'll take
Gets it
1,
right.
2 damage from this turn, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. And that means it's Jaba's turn now, since that was in response to dueling of dual techs.
Indeed.
I look over to Pablo. Hey, Pablo.
Yeah.
Looks like they're just gonna keep growing. But guess that means we just gotta keep cutting till they can't grow back anymore, right?
That I can do.
Jaba turns, preparing for another dual tech.
You know, the dinosaur was still coming our way.
We also have a skin of steel. Keep that in mind.
And hippo skin.
Oh, that's all great fun. That's great fun, kids. Anyways. So, do you want to bring the dinosaur in this direction?
Well, since you detached from it, you're gonna take damage if it hits you.
Oh, yeah, sure. So, the dinosaur's coming at me?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna use my secondary action to attach to Pablo. The dinosaur will run straight past him.
Okay.
So
Maybe
it'll
you should have
target me.
evolved the brain of the dinosaur.
Alright, so dinosaur versus you guys.
We dissolve it back into oil.
With a monster jaw, would bite it and it turns to oil.
Alright.
Yeah, we eat a fucking dinosaur.
Yeah.
So, you dissolve it. There you go. It's dissolved. Now, that was your response. Now that it's evolved, the chain will break, and the main action of my turn will be to do the dual attack.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Oh, that is interesting.
So, going in, repeating the dual attack.
Well, in that case, that would mean that boy Pablo's next turn is a forfeit. Are you okay with that?
Oh yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't think there's going to be a next turn.
Oh, fantastic.
So, he goes in, and, with a swing, raising his hands up, Pablo comes in supporting him from the sky. Or the sky, I guess. I guess so, yeah, do a leap and attack, I'll attack from below.
Like a tango.
Yeah. We go in first. Oof, I'm gonna use a bizarre point to just re-roll that a bit.
Dang it, you can do that now!
Yes.
Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put a bizarre point over you.
Okay.
You could have one of Presley's bizarre points.
Alright, I'm just gonna roll the 1d6 instead of the... Yeah, let's see.
You can do it.
That
is better. Okay, so it's time for us to meet their dual tech with our own steel. I did just mutate this sword. Dadamu, meet their dual tech with ours. Do that 1d10 plus, 1d6 plus 10.
What's where are we going, cuz?
There we go. Alright.
The slice definitely gets through.
Yeah. Jabba yells out.
Jabba.
The slash has come, slicing through your steel flesh. And that was your turn.
More! We gotta mutate more! More!
Why not send to godhood?
Alright, who's up?
It's my go! Okay, the power of the future, something that's even beyond. These creatures, they're using the Stone Age weapons to tear us apart! How dare you! Don't you know what you're looking at? Dadamu is a god!
I am God Damu!
I reached down and actually, assuming a full stance, using the almost feral strength of the de-evolved Brett, the brain of the future evolved, whatever the fuck robot monster I am, I slam into the car and begin to absorb its machinery, it fusing with our body. Soon we're gonna be unstoppable! Dadamu! Buddy, are you ready? You don't need the boys. The boys are with you always.
You were with me all along, lads. Yes, the daredevil Dadamu has ascended from the murky depths to heaven above. This is the stairway to heaven, the Skyline Column. You have met your match, foolish mortal.
And you have been born on the wings of the flight of the Concords.
Yeah.
we emerge from the repurposed whatever the fuck this is.
The cocoon of iron and steel.
Yes, there are various almost like laser pointer like lights lining Dadamu's arms. He looks like a fucking nightmare, a creature from the future, yet as primal as a terror from the past. Next, it's Brett. You do your thing.
I'm gonna de-evolve us.
Where is he?
What?
Where is
Dadamu's in the car right there?
Yeah, we walked over here. Sorry, I know it's a bit confusing for you because you could probably not see past those.
You can't comprehend.
I cannot see past the 1,000 of pogs that are on the GM layer over here. Hang on.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, that's fine. We have no way of knowing about your future vision.
Yeah, I'm gonna move these out of the way for sure.
Yeah. Well, if it's Brett's turn, Brett's gonna de-evolve our muscles to be like that of the Neanderthal, so that they're stronger.
I think our stats are surpassing human level.
I think our stats are surpassing mechanics.
We've evolved beyond the need for your simple games.
Okay, our bronze is now at a 7, so you better be ready.
You ready for the punch? Here comes the punch.
All right.
There you go.
Hey, so how many turns did you just take there?
Well, I mean,
That was Brett and Jerome.
yeah,
So that's 4
domain.
more damage.
Jermaine, sorry. Yep.
Okay.
We're fucking oh man, can we take another critical wound?
Sure.
It's making us I'm gonna say it was to the head again. I'm gonna add another -1 for the bonus.
All right. So
Okay.
give a 2d6 -1.
Oh,
And he
that's
dies.
Okay. Can I say the final line?
No, it's not over yet. Like, what you call it? You guys, we're not gonna let you finish this without you guys getting a cool pack. Our head's not just exploding off. You guys get to finish it.
No,
we're
the
not
cool
gonna
dual
cheat you out
tech
of
was
that.
that we beat you 2 turns ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got this. So, Pablo stops for a moment. You see, while you're preparing, your body forming, everything going, Pablo like, "Phew, all right, well, time to leave." He sheathes his sword. Good job. I underestimated you, Pablo, but you really still do have it.
That means a lot coming from you.
You're kind of confused for a second, as they just seem like the fight's already over.
I start walking away.
Yeah, I do too. They just seem to move.
Where are you going? It's not over yet.
It's not over, mongrels.
I'm afraid-
Unfortunately for you,
Bolts
you're
up.
already dead.
And the head flies off.
The body.
From the decapitated neck emerges a hand. The hand encompasses all of the body. It's a clenched fist, and in its palm, a new being has become born.
Evolve! We gotta get out of this. We can't die
We've
here.
evolved beyond the need. You see, God Damu has evolved beyond the need for a head, beyond the need for a heart, beyond the need for a simple body. He has transcended such feeble limitations. Where's our pog?
You mean this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, as what you call it, this creature, though it speaks proudly, this creature is desperately trying to push itself beyond. The wound fatal, driven to its core. This creature is dead. The stand now acting autonomously. Its body just drawing everything in like a black hole. It's drawn to the very pinnacle, the beginning, the end of evolution. God Damu vanishes into itself. Your attack killing it at the very fundamental level. You sever the thread of life. Death. Evolution. No matter how far you go, no matter how far back you go, no matter how far we go into the future, there is no escape from the concept of death. Death is the hunter that will pursue us to our very grave. And as God Damu searches the stars, trying to find a way to escape his fate, this creature, a collection of stardust and desperation, begins to fade away, its arm reaching for you one last time. We were perfect!
Perfect.
Yeah.
And with that,
Jaba
it
looks-
vanishes.
Jaba sees them vanishing, kind of looks at them. Despite perfection, you could not grasp past your life. In the end, you're dust. He counts on his fingers. Yeah, that works.
Boom! Destroyed!
The artist indeed.
Do we have a Guilty Gear finishing theme?
Can I ring out like
Astral finish.
Can I ring out like a psychic comment from Brett, since he didn't get to say anything there at the end?
Yeah, sure.
You just, as you walk away, a psychic snap in your voice, like in your head for a moment, just says, "It was fun hanging out, guys."
Yeah, that was actually pretty neat. I'd do it again. Damu, you do good work.
Jaba suddenly stops. Hang on. He moves over, reaching into his kit, pulling out a medical kit, and tending very briefly to Pablo, who was trying to walk by with the injuries. Hey, Sorry.
Don't be. Dogs like us don't get to be sorry.
He patches up Pablo slightly, kind of standing up again and putting out his hand forward. You didn't leave me once throughout that fight. Yeah, sure, you ran off and stuff, but never retreated. You stood your ground and you supported me even when I didn't support you fully. I know I don't need to be sorry, but I'm at least thankful.
Well, I guess we're going to need to be. Because that was just the warm-up for the fight to come.
Yeah. Looks like they're on the move again. He glazes, looks down at his eyes kind of glazing over at a screen. He puts it away. And he starts to walk again. But
Oh, and J-Bo.
Yeah?
Don't forget dogs like us don't get to have happy endings.
He smiles a bit at that. Yeah, I remember. The two make their steps forward, preparing to leave. The sun beginning to set, yet their day has just begun. They make their way out.
That was so fucking cool. You got us at the 575. Oh my god.
Got him with the 575.
Got him with the 575.
Just annihilated.
Oh man.
No amount of evolution could stop that.
No amount of evolution can outrun the Reaper.
Oh.
It was fun playing Brett with you guys.
That was so good.
I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Taking steps forward across a large bridge, the individuals move again. Quickly, but also considering things, moving along, taking steps forward. And they stop a bit, looking behind. An individual approaches, cleaned up a bit, and now standing with resolve in his step. He moves forward.
Sorry for the wait, guys.
Hot damn.
All right, everyone. Let's mosey.
Just to give you your legs. I remembered this time.
There is no better. Like Rain just looks at Johan and smiles. I'm starting to see that resolve indeed.
He gives her a short smile before pushing past Chuckle, tapping him on the shoulder. He locks eyes, but there's a mutual understanding between the two of feelings, emotions, and what must be done.
Chuckle begins to speak. However, as that happens, Johan, you're distracted, as behind you see Rain slip through the floor and fall.
What is this?
You looking around. She disappeared. She's gone. Wait, no. You hear the sounds. The sounds of the train? You look over the edge, and you see, around Rain's neck, being dragged, a chain is wrapped around it. Being dragged off were two individuals. No, they're appearing now, but then vanishing. And then Rain vanishes too. You begin to process on the train. Before you even can process anything, Chuckles takes a step up and leaps off, jumping down at the train below that's passing them by. You only have about 5 seconds till the train will cross its full distance. But
Jon immediately reacts and follows after him.
do you even know? You see the two of them immediately leaping off towards the train.
Oh, guess we're fighting on a train now. I'm gonna jump.
You all leap off.
Cliche!
Good thing I have glasses.
Holy shit, what a session! Oh.
Ooh.
You think it's over, motherfuckers?
let me just wait till Roll20 stops fucking with me real quick.
So, Brett will return and not gonna return ever.
Brett never existed.
Only Brett returns somehow.
It's just Brett.
Brett, I hope that you could be reborn as a friend one day.
I'm not looking forward to this one. Okay.
How do you think I feel?
Roy, you stand inside of the cage. Standing forward, you look around. Emptiness, light. And in front of you, you notice an individual taking steps on inside, moving in. She looks around slightly, her keycard having activated. So is this what Mary was hiding? For some reason, she seemed a little concerned when Ruth looks ahead. Staring forward, she sees Roy. Did Mary not... Ruth feels herself being overcome with some strange kind of emotions. She steps forward. Roy? Is that you?
Yes, it is. What do you want? I'm assuming that you're sent here to torture me like the rest of them.
What? I didn't know you're here. What's...
Oh, come on. Don't lie.
No, I'm... Roy,
Oh, wait.
I'm so... Huh?
There's something we forgot to do. Roll.
Oh. Roll.
Yeah.
All right.
Oof.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, you still fucking got it. God fucking damn it. Okay. Yeah.
She kind of puts her hand on the bars a bit. What's going on? Look, Mary said you all left, but Deviano? Really? Were you working with him the whole time? What?
Oh, yeah.
Just
absolutely.
talk to me. Huh?
Absolutely.
You...
Well, you think we were here to be your friend?
I just... She stops a bit, staring forward. I thought... But I guess I was wrong, wasn't I?
Yeah. More than a little bit. I mean, Deviano is a devious son of a bitch. But he thought the honeypot idea with Johan would be pretty good. And we got a lot of information. We were able to get close to Mary. But I got captured. And now I'm gonna die.
You serious? Right now?
What have I got left to lose? I'm tired of hiding all this.
Come on. You're saying all that shit was just...
Yeah. Nobody likes you. Nobody loves you. The only person in this world that loves you is Mary. And you keep constantly betraying her trust, don't you? Why don't you trust Mary at all? Why don't you let her be your friend?
Shut up. I do trust her, okay?
You do?
Yeah.
If you trust her.
Thinks a bit, holding out her head a bit. She didn't...
Listen. If you trust her, then push that button on the wall. This acrylic cage is hooked up to a lot of lights and hooked up to a ham-on drive. It'll fry me instantly.
You think I'm gonna fall for that shit?
I don't know.
Roy!
What?
You piece of shit! You see her face shifting slightly. What? You thought you could just say something to me and I just click a goddamn button and let you out? She begins to cry slightly and reaches up, pulling the sleeve back, Wiping the tears onto the floor, her face suddenly grows resolved a bit. There is a darkness in those eyes. An intimidating stare goes forward at you. I'm not letting you out. And you're not gonna die, either. Being a vampire, you don't need to eat, do you?
No. In fact, I've been starving myself for fucking years.
You could probably just live a long time in there, couldn't you?
Probably.
Yeah. How about we give it a try?
Okay.
Roy, you feel something. The veins inside of your body. You can't see them. You don't have a stand after all. But something seems to be popping out around you. And in that moment, you feel the veins stretch up to your brain. And like a click, everything turns off. Your mind is back to normal.
Oh.
You look around, gazing around at the area, and back to normal. You suddenly look, staring Ruth in the eye, her face furious, as she begins to speak.
When the low, heavy sky weighs like a lid on the spirit, aching for the light.
You stand there. Words seem to be coming out of her mouth, but you can't entirely understand them too well. They simply shift across your skin, as from around you, the room seems to darken a little bit. And suddenly, everything goes darker. The area seems to be... No, not darkening. Your eyes are closed for some reason. You spend time to peel them open. Looking around at the environment, you see something sparking up, something growing. A strange metallic growth, half rock, half steel, half blood and flesh, starts to pour out from the walls. You're... what? You look around. From around you, things seem to just continue to grow outwards. The world around you falls to blood, to flesh, to your own innards. Your eyes are truly open now, Roy, and you can see everything inside of yourself.
Fuck.
Oof.
Oh, shit! Oh my god.
Welp.
Mary's a bitch, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Oh my god.
What did she mean by this?
What does she mean?
Holy fuck.
That was a great session, guys. Thank you.
Well, I think I need therapy.
Yeah, I'm pretty much used to Afro's DMing. This is like. Oh,
I mean, you kind of knew this. You knew this one was coming.
Well, not that end. No,
yeah, not so.
No.
I guessed what was gonna happen.
I mean, I kind of figured it out once it started, but
I guessed what was gonna happen like a fucking 15 sessions ago, and I'm like, oh no! Like, yeah!
Like, I knew you were going to do something, man, but I didn't know it was gonna be.
I can't say what attribute I knew about either. Fuck, that's frustrating. In retrospect, I'm gonna look so smart. Okay, I'm making a straw poll. Whom's the best Joj between, Barista Boy?
Ya boy Pablo. Don't forget him.
Angry
No, I don't care. I saw people in the chat like, wait, do I like Pablo now? That's all I wanted.
Paul, in parentheses, Apple enthusiast.
But
Vern gets my vote for doing that. It's a good job.
Yeah, I didn't want to do that. I really didn't want to do that. And that went a lot differently than I figured it would go. We were a lot quicker than I anticipated, and we didn't describe the cage or the fact that Roy was shirtless and has all his fucking scars.
Yeah, it's okay. It went by again, but we'll get it eventually.
Yeah,
It's okay.
we'll get it
I've
right
had two
eventually.
sessions. I've had two sessions of forgetting stuff too, so.
No, this session was perfect. You gotta embrace the
To
chaos.
lose the respect of the fan
Chaos!
That was a fun voicing role. I'm glad.
That
I
was
got
so, oh my god,
Thank
James,
you
you
for
killed
that
it.
demo. That was great, yeah.
Oh my god,
God,
Souls
yeah.
for the Soul God, seriously, thank you for fucking everything.
Yeah, man.
So you can see our fucking donations rules down at the bottom. Where's the money go to? Since this is Christian's game, this is funding Christian, so he can spend more time making and planning the game, and less time working, which is a really good thing. It means better JoJo. Thank you. That's the way we do shit around here. I'm still doing the voice. Yeah, so looks like we've already got a straw poll in the straw lead. I'm just gonna call the straw vote right now. We got Paul Diano with 1 vote, Grease Devoy with 4 votes, Angry Tengu with 5 votes, and Just Brett with 20 votes for some reason.
Just
What
Brett.
boys?
Just Brett.
Just Brett.
Just Brett.
Just Brett. Don't worry, Just Brett will return in like the next night shift or something.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, that was, oh my god, I'm so happy we got to do a complete role reversal for this session, where it's just like, let's let Brennan and, Christian
That is my boy.
style as hard as physically possible. That was good shit.
That was fantastic.
I just want to mention that Angry Tango reminded me of my name, and
I had to do a double take.
I will sue you all for this. That game is protected by copyright. I just wanted to let you guys know. It was indeed a great fucking episode. I was eating popcorn while watching.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Ungra secretly owns Type Moon. He owns Type Moon stock.
Hello, you might know me by my other name, Kinokonasu.
I want to say something really quick.
Yeah, that was great, guys. I enjoyed that session.
That was a heavy session.
I had to shift some things around, but J-Man will be back next week, and we will be continuing. We will also probably have some flashbacks to what he was up to.
Ooh, yeah.
Man, there was so much going on. I, as a player, felt some emotional whiplash there.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
You'll burn this up.
Yeah, I just wanna make sure that people didn't miss it. Christian specifically said that Roy's mind is back.
Yep.
So he's no longer mind controlled anymore.
Ooh, that may have been that's an interesting turn of events.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there is fan art. We should do fan art.
Yes, we should.
Starting at, I'm gonna start at the DVNO dragon sketch. So that's pretty far up there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the dragon sketch.
Yeah, this is done by Wandering Mask. DVNO dragon sketch.
There's also there's a lot of fan art.
Yeah.
Oh yay.
I do have to say, like, this is a little bit of a PSA for everybody viewing. It is actually really hard to go back and forth between different emotional states.
Yes.
It is not easy. It's extremely stressful for everyone. So like,
I feel dead.
This is good practice, and if you're ever thinking of doing a game like this yourself, do what a few of us were doing, which is like after the big rain scene, I actually stood up and walked away and like fucking got water and sat there. It's not because I was like, I don't want to see my friends play. No, you kind of need to do that sometimes, especially when you're conveying heavy stuff. Unless you're Ganon, then you're fucking thrown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I was so ready for Brett after DVNO and then David.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. So yeah, that's like. Make no mistake, this does take an emotional toll on us. It's something that we're happy to do, but like, there are management techniques, and you should see us.
Souls for the Soul God. Jeez, I didn't see that. I was out of the Twitch. Thank you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I apologize for interrupting.
This is also a dragon sketch of Mina.
It's all by Mask, right?
Yeah. by Wandering Mask.
Oh,
And this one is
fantastic
Kantartna.
mask.
It's both Rain and her sister, drawn as Joy-Cons.
I love this. Her sister
Yeah.
that will not be named in this stream.
Yeah, fuck her. And then the Enforcer as the connector of the two.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's a spoiler.
Let's see. There's
That face on the Enforcer is the third twin.
Yep.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh
Say,
my god.
I think I'm pronouncing that. Sae, or I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but they are starting a dragon plushie for.
It's always so cool to see. I'm so
Yeah, I
happy
love
to
the
see
plushie.
that.
Yeah, it's great.
It's so good.
I absolutely have no idea what this is for. And this is what Christian put as spoilers. So I'm just gonna leave that there.
Oh,
And Christian
yeah,
wrote
that's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
What
we
the
didn't.
fuck is
we didn't-
that?
Unfortunately, that had to be cut for this session. It's gonna be next session where we get to see this.
What is that?
Is
Don't
that
worry about it.
Is that Jelly Jiggler?
That's Jelly
That's
Jiggler.
it, yeah.
I had
What the
to.
fuck,
Okay,
man?
I had to do pose practice for a CG, which
Oh,
couldn't
okay.
make it into this session because we had to move things around.
Yeah.
and you
okay.
use Jelly Jiggler?
Yes, I
Alright,
used Jelly
I was-
Jiggler because he has a very anatomical form and he's very easy to draw.
In fact, the Christian taking a picture of that was fucking hilarious to see, and I almost want to make you link that image.
Oh yeah,
Don't
Just-
dox. Yeah, yeah.
a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah,
these
yeah. Oh yeah, shit.
are
right.
just
That's
morphs with the CI raccoon.
Fantastic.
And it
God
is-
damn it.
You're doing God's work.
It is more than a little disturbing.
Oh yeah.
The big one that I want to point out looks really good is, look at this Presley/Rain.
Yeah, it looks like
yeah, it's good.
my
Yeah.
favorite new OC.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, I think that Roy blends too well with raccoons.
It's like a Star Fox character.
I think Roy and Johans blend way too well, but I don't
Yeah,
know. That's just my
honestly.
opinion.
Primarily-
Divino and
Roy-
Johan do
Roy
pretty
and
well.
Johan look like fucking
think-
Musashi Fate Grand Order.
Yeah,
The Deviano Chuckle Rain combo really looks good to me too.
Very attractive.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. But
Oh
moving
my
on,
God.
we have Chibi Sheepy made one for really soft yawn.
Yes, it's great.
That was this
And
morning.
I have to,
Makes me happy.
I need to really shill Chibi real quick because she's been doing fantastic with the new pod
Yeah.
and also all of this other stuff that I don't get to show until next session.
Yeah.
But really looking forward to that. Very good shit incoming.
You
Look
wanna-
forward to it.
you wanna
Next
hold-
Monday.
Very good
You want to
shit.
hold back the actual icon and full body ref until?
Yeah. Well, I can. Well, I'll
We
pull
can
out
at least-
the
we can at least
Johan
show
one.
the- Yeah, we can at least show the icon.
Yeah, we can show the icon thing. So I'm gonna post those later in the fan art. So
Well, yeah, I'm gonna move on to another one that Mask did, Johan and Roy. It's real good.
I love that.
Really
Real
good.
God bless you, Mask.
oh, Souls, this is your. Oh, I think this was Souls' first big dump into this.
Fantastic.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so
Great
that's
session
awesome.
to drop in with. Yeah.
Yeah, this was a fun one.
Yeah, this was a really fun one. There
This
are
was a very fun and very unfun one in even measure.
yeah. The crazy thing about this series, and a lot of people have constantly said it, every single episode is better than the last.
Yeah.
Every
Oh
single
my
one.
God.
So
We're getting
starting-
into like a weird stage where it's like it's getting harder to clarify how much
Yeah.
or by what's going on. Like
Yeah.
season 2 has been a lot more varying and just like wow, it's
it's
hard.
harder to one up ourselves.
It's getting harder to top the
Yeah.
fucking last episode anymore. So I just got to do different things every time, so at least it's different.
Mhm.
That's how
But-
I get my jollies.
We have
Getting
one
your
or-
jollies.
You don't.
Jollies.
You think I don't know about the 11th cycle of hell? We ain't squires.
It's pretty good.
Oh my God.
Divino, the closest person I have to a father was shot in the gut with a machine gun, so I'm slightly concerned. Yeah.
Oh man.
God, that one's fucking. The next one hurts.
Yeah, it hurts.
Mhm.
He passes on because he has to.
Yeah, I
Oh.
did an emotional.
You did a lot of emotional.
That scene
You
was
did a lot.
unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, just in the quiet moment, I linked it immediately afterwards of DVNO walks up, hugs Rain, and Rain just back. Don't let this world beat you. Fuck me. God.
Pretty fucking great. Give him a hand. You mean like a hand? It's been a while.
I legitimately thought you wanted me to kill him. I was like, why? This isn't the mission.
Yeah. Then we have Presley being Depressley. Not supposed to be like you.
Oh, that feels bad.
Feels bad.
Yeah. There's... Oh, man. The Depressley and David sequence really bothered me, especially because it came right after another thing that I was like, oh man, I haven't recovered.
Yeah, that was like a fucking 1-2 because it felt like it was weird. It was like I think if we'd done them in the opposite order, it would have hurt less because the Rain DVNO was like a comeback, and then it immediately goes into oh god, everything's fucked.
Yeah. There's
God.
also Jermaine will handle this.
Unhand yourself this moment.
Is he talking to himself? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Jermaine gets his, but Brett doesn't get one. It's okay. It's okay. Jermaine's the scissors, I'm the hammer.
That was so fucking good. Tell Jermaine what the trigger was for that secret action.
Running up and hitting you?
You know, Jermaine is gonna penalize you for that weak.
Yeah, pretty great. Also, every once in a while, I was acting like referee. Descent, that's a -2.
I love Referoy.
Oh, I love playing Arbiter of Secret Actions after spending so long to set as many crazy conditions as possible. It's like, get that weak shit out of my domain.
That's when you guys burrowed up like a frickin' mole. Come on.
Oh my god. Everyone is John the Boss was great.
Yeah. Sanjeva getting knocked out of the hole. I hate this. Oh yeah, and the fucking clogs. What the hell?
So
Clogs out of there.
basically, like, our plan for the fight was we would start off more or less, like, in the reveal, more or less on the same page. As the fight went until our reveal, we'd fight more and more and just get confused at each other's actions. And then when the reveal happened, we would mindlessly pursue evolution until we became the ultimate being or they killed us. And my god, you did it perfect.
We got both.
Yeah, you got both.
Oh yeah, and this is when you guys deliberated. So, see the game? Oh yeah, can't believe you killed him, man. You're flying through the air really slowly. Yup.
I'm gonna have to rewatch this stream so I can know what the hell you guys were talking about while we were doing.
Yeah. Stan evolved again? I'm a dinosaur. Oh, good luck.
I'm in a dinosaur.
I just enjoy all the times we completely ruined each other's plans. That was
yeah. Good. Oh yeah. No, that was. Oh yeah, no, that had to be like that.
It didn't have to be like that, but it do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it wasn't like that, if we were all competent, we might have actually killed you guys.
Oh yeah, no, they're actually like that stand is super fucking scary.
Yeah, I was thinking when I was giving like the general like free, I was like, you know, this stand's probably really dangerous. Oh well.
Yeah. I mean, like, Boy Pablo's rolling into the next fight with a gaping chest wound, which is pretty fucking bad. Like, that was...
He was rolling into a lot of damage, but we fixed up that chest wound with little bandages, but that still doesn't mean that all that damage he took is totally not just... It's still there, so...
So when we just to clarify, because I saw comments about it, and integrated our R and all the other stuff into us and our evolution, the CI got integrated too.
Yeah, CI's gone.
Yeah,
CI's gone.
That's the reason why. It's the reason they just left
unmade.
it, because it literally just turned into Stardust.
It just fucking turned into Stardust. So.
Yeah, like it also let them do their cool walk away thing instead of being like, gotcha. Oh shit.
Don't worry, I had thought of a cool way to deal with it if it had to turn around to deal with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he wanted. Personally, motivation-wise, I don't think J-Bet ever wanted that thing to ever live again in its life.
Yeah.
You freaking haiku'd it away. Come on.
Stan, you
Yeah,
can't.
there's no coming back from that.
That is the best moment to end on. You can't follow that up. You need to have the grace to be like, I fucking killed it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright, so here's the last fan art. We're still going through fan art, guys. So let's
yeah,
finish it off. Last fan art from Wandering Mask, and we have a few more. The dinosaur turns back into oil. Light a match. Do it.
Seeing Angra in
Angra.
chat doing that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Now, let's see. Live fan art.
Oh,
we have
and-
a bunch.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking of line to match, but it never came.
Yeah.
Got the fucking gallery, that's great.
Alright, this is done by Baffledore. And I'm pretty sure this is when your boy Pablo disappeared while talking to Dadamu the first time.
I don't know if this is the full reference sheet or if there's a newer one, but this is what I've got, and this is Johan.
Okay.
So there you go. That's Incarnate Interface fan art again. I love the new
Wow, you
outfit.
see his belly button.
Look at that wiener hole.
Yeah, you can. Sure is that. I love it.
I mean, it's very JoJo.
It is very JoJo to have a wiener hole.
How many windows do you have on your outfit? Losers.
Loser.
Cuts off right at the pubis.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
I love it. And the
I-
fucking, oh my god, the star facial hair. Holy shit.
Yeah,
it's
Chibi did
beautiful.
some strong ass work there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shading is.
Oh god, I know.
It's pretty great. Sure is an outfit.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So, yeah, we still have more fan art, guys. We have Dadamu. This is after the first evolution, when he got morphed with the CI.
Fantastic.
That is done by Baffledore again. We got Smile, and the artist with ya boy Pablo.
Fantastic.
Smile again. Happy birthday to Brennan. And there's
Oh,
Happy birthday, Brennan.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Happy
Everybody-
birthday.
I will take Presley fan art as payment from everyone in the chat. Thank you.
Fantastic. Then the last one, the last one, is from Smile again. It's Angra, or it's specifically Yang,
Goose Yang.
eating popcorn, watching the guys. I can show them how to kill better. But he's dead, so fuck him.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
Alright, well, that was all the fan art. I just wanted to get through that.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody wish Brendan a happy birthday and
Don't you do it.
Happy birthday, Brennan.
happy
Don't.
birthday, Brennan.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hunt all of you down.
1 year closer to 30, Brennan.
Happy
We'd
birthday.
sing the song, we'd sing the happy birthday song, but then the Twitch assassins would kill us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that is not
actually.
happening.
Thing.
Well, yeah, because it's copyrighted.
Yeah. And thank you, everybody. Thank Christian for running the session because that was fucking excellent.
Yeah.
Good goddamn work, sir. And thank yourselves for showing up and doing a great job as always.
Yeah.
Good job, gang.
Good job, fucking team. Okay. Any last words for chat?
No. Other
love
than
you
thank you
all.
guys for watching.
See you next week, chat.
See you
Bye.
next week.
Next week,
See you
back
next
to
week.
back Joj.
Yeah.
Jones forever. It never stops. Cut the stream.
Yeah.